Let's look at what's going on here.
Oh no! Oh! Good for your now.
Oh, the 99! Oh, they're spinning at the end here.
Look at just Sage and Dandar in the back.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Crashing! And he's monetized. Oh!
From RSCRA's fastest track, you join us from Talladega Superspeedway in Talladega, Alabama. All the cars lined up currently on pit road awaiting qualifying. I believe it will be single car qualifying here at Talladega. I'm joined here today by Seth. How are you doing, my partner?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you?
Not too bad myself. Try to see when this session gets going. I believe it was slated for 8:15.
I do believe they might shut down the street.
Yeah, probably. So we'll step aside very briefly as we still are awaiting the start of this qualifying session, and we'll be back right. Oh wait, we might have cars rolling here. Yeah, we'll step aside until we get a idea of what's really happening. You're watching it. Oh, yep. So we'll step aside and be right back here on RSI.
Last year, I hit 46 home runs.
I hit 460 dingers.
I struck out 156 hitters.
Well, I struck out 12,000 hitters.
Wait, what?
It's easy with MLB The Show. Make your baseball dreams come true. Now on PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You know, I could have been a two-way player.
Whatever you say, coach.
Rated E for everyone.
I love refrigerators.
Subway has so much new, I couldn't fit it all in the last ad.
Yep. So let me finish this. There's new hickory smoked bacon, fresh mozzarella, smashed avocado. You know what? There's a lot. But it all makes a better footlong.
Can I get a word in?
Sure. Take the tagline.
Because
you got to refresh to be fresh.
It's the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway, and they're refreshing everything from how they make it to how they bake it to how they bring it to you.
This new turkey Cali Fresh is incredible.
You even eat bread?
Steph, it's a commercial.
Back now from Talladega, as we are seeing cars beginning to roll out. I believe they will roll out in order of standing. So leading off is gonna be Terry. Terry driving that 3 car for the newly established, well, not newly, but very recently established RCR.
Richard Child Racing. Did that correctly?
Let's see what he can do. Single car qualifying here at Talladega.
Yeah. Should I go over what to expect here?
Sure, we can take a look here at your keys to success at Talladega. first and foremost, you got to stay in your line and stay in the draft. Obviously, speaking of teams, we have a lot of teams here and a lot of teammates. So if you're with your guys, you got to stay with them and work with them. Try to get up to the front and use the runs that you get from your teammates. Obviously, coming off the banking if you're on the high side, and then 4 wide is usually a bad omen here. As the 3 card finishes his run, he has set the first time, and we will get there eventually. Now,
8 card Alex will be pulling out on track.
Yeah. I've got to step aside here. So what I'm gonna do is get into a free cam across the whole track. I don't really like using the free cam, but it's the best we've got.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll be back in a bit.
Just take over while you're gone. So the 8 car of Alex will be now in the doing his qualifying lap. I would just like to mention sticking with your team, teammates, pit strategy, and the outside line. We're going to play a huge factor in today's race here at Talladega. Or should I say tonight's race? Last race for them was Roblox. But aside from that, the 8 car of Alex will be, I do believe this is his final lap here, as I think, yes, that is. This race, RSCRA, Richard Childress Racing, hasn't been too prominent here. I think they definitely need to get back up here in tonight's race and prove to these other teams they got it. And yeah, but they're going in this lap. I don't think who will not be going on track. Three car of Terry now pulling into pit road, as I believe now Captain, I believe, subbing for Chris, now getting his lap shorted. Alex, I think that lap could definitely get him into the top 3. That was a very good little lap. He ran his line very well, but I can't say much here. It's Talladega. And now the 21 of Captain, subbing for Chris, will now be on track. Sorry if my voice is a little degree. I do predict a lot of teams using that outside lane here in practice. You could already see JGR using the outside a lot in practice, so it's very likely they'll use it in the race and see how the outside's gonna work for everybody, kind of like Daytona. But yeah, I don't know why. I believe I have this one. The 19 of Halo will now start going on the track in the 19 Bash Pro Shops JGR car. Definitely has not had the best season, but I think he could definitely get some positions and possibly get a win here at that 19 JGR car of Halo. Captain will be finishing up his laps. Or, not Captain. I should say Barry. Sorry. Barry subbing in for Chris. The 4-car of Phil will now be pulling on to track. Phil has had I'd call it a pretty good season so far in Cup Series. Speaking, he in the Xfinity Series he has been very prominent and very good, and I think that can transfer up to the Cup Series here in tonight's race. And he definitely has the potential. Definitely could stay with the pack and potentially get a win. Sorry. 19 will be pulling into pit road this time. The 29 of Rex will onto the track. Sorry. So, sorry for that. Rex currently on track. The 4-car Phil will be pulling into pit road right now. As I believe he's heading on track. The 16 of Sharky will head out on track here in his iRacing 16 TRD Toyota Racing Development Toyota. Toyota Racing Development in the past races has definitely been pretty good. They've got snatched up a couple wins, but I do think if they work together, have a good pit strategy, and are very can communicate. Sorry for my grammar. Communicate very well. They can definitely finish well. As a truck in the backstretch, 29 will be pulling into pit road this time. Sharky's still on track. This will last, I believe. The 56 of Xander will be to the line. Sharky is on a apron firmly right now. Sharky will be now pulling down pit road. Xander will be going out on track in the 6. JTG car. JTG has not had the best season in terms of the Cup Series. They've pretty struggled a lot here. Several issues, but you never know what's gonna happen. Xander has brought one win, I believe, for their team this season, and that could be 2. It depends on what they do. Good calls, good pit calls, good pit strategy, good teamwork would definitely help them. And you never know. K and Bug current now will be pulling down pit road. Xander seems to be running the outside. A lot of these drivers have been using that outside here. Now the 20 of Josh will be pulling out on track in the 20. JGR Bolt Toyota. Oh my god, that keeps breaking. Two car of Slaw will be going to the line. Sorry about the little delay there. Do believe, sorry, 99 at Blocks will be getting up to the line, and '56 of Xander has now pulled into pit road. The two car of Slaw will be doing his lap currently. The 54, I think, going up to the line. Two car in the JSMS Mountain Dew board. Josh still on track. I do believe he'll be pulling in shortly. a second. And I do believe last person to qualify is Bloxer. Bloxer in the 99 JTG car will not be pulling on Chevy to now be pulling on track. There's a cone right there. But why is that take? Now the 54 of Sky will be pulling out on track. Sorry for the smack. The 54 and Monster Energy, JGR, Toyota. I definitely think JGR could get the win because in practice I saw that outside line and I think it was really working there, and they could definitely use that in the race. Sorry for my voice. They could definitely use that in the race, and that could definitely help them against RSCRA. So yeah, his Alpha 4 that goes to the inside, coming to final lap, I believe, as a 99 of Bloxer will be coming down pit road. Sky will be pulling into the pits this lap. Hold up, let me mute my...
Alright, finally back here.
Alright. I'm back. I just been adding some commentary to qualifying sections.
I appreciate that.
That's now our last qualified if I can say that. We'll be going down pit road, and I believe that will complete qualifying. I apologize. It looks like we have a driver cap. Some drivers will be eliminated, and some drivers will make it to the actual race. It looks like
to the big show.
Yeah, you can call it that. The voice is
a little bit of a discussion here in pit road.
is to the board, I will go ahead. Never mind, they're gonna announce it.
Yeah. So we'll have. Are they gonna shut down the server here, you think?
I will go ahead and say the order for you guys. On pole is Halo, 19, followed by Phil in the 4 car. Then in row 2, we have the 3 car of Terry, 20 of Josh for JGR. In row 3, we have the 8 car of Alex for RSCR, and followed by Rex, 29 for TRD, sorry. In row 4, we have the 99 of Bloxer, JTG Daughtery Racing, and KM Bug for JTG, sorry. In row 5, we have the 56 of Barry subbing for Chris, in the 21 for RCR, and Sharky in the 16 for TRD. In row 6, we have the 54 of Sky, JGR, and Slaw, the 2 car for JRSS, JSMS. And then Xander, 56 for JTG, will be eliminated. Big show. That is your lineup for tonight's race, or Talladega.
And I thank you for that, Seth.
Nope.
As we await the performing of our national anthem and much more, please stay with us here on RSN as we get the pre-race festivities. Or right before the pre-race festivities, we'll take a quick break.
Last year, I hit 46 home runs.
I hit 460 dingers.
I struck out 156 hitters.
Well, I struck out 12,000 hitters.
Wait, what?
It's easy with MLB The Show. Make your baseball dreams come true. Now on PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You know, I could have been a two-way player.
Whatever you say, coach.
Rated E for everyone.
I love refrigerators.
Moving down pit road here at Talladega. We are still a couple of minutes away. We're just still getting everything set up from race control. Obviously a big event, they want to make sure everything is right, so we'll take a quick moment here to look at your key or at your race information for today here at Talladega. It's a as we get kicked out of the server. Let's give us 1 sec, y'all.
I believe we're off commercial, right?
Yeah, we are off commercial. I need to take some notes here. Just give me a second. Got my Vegas notes in. Okay. Yeah, so as we take a look here at your at your race notes, we'll have a total of 132 laps split up into a couple of 42 sections for stage 1 and 2, and then 48 for your final stage. Obviously, the mile or the 2.5 mile race. And the last time someone ran or raced here and won, how about going back to D4, Division 4 in ARCA, I believe that is. It was Tooth who took the victory here at Talladega. Yeah, so I don't believe he is in the field today. I could be wrong, though. He wasn't really here for qualifying.
He did a race in D2 Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Just last week.
Yeah, of course, D2 getting the week off. So we see now the drivers lining up towards the end of pit road for our national anthem. you see there, a reminder from race control: any driver that hits the stage or hits a catch fence in the big one in a stage will have to sit out the remainder of said stage. I believe they will still remain on the lead lap at stage's end.
That'd definitely be very unfortunate.
Yeah, but a little bit of the added risk of making a move here at Talladega. As it looks like we'll be ready here to perform or listen to the national anthem. That was the national anthem. As drivers now get the signal to head to their cars, and we will once again run you through those driver lineups. If you want to run through that, oh shoot, I'm just opening everything now. If you want to run us through that again, I'm going to run us through that one more time here as drivers begin to roll off pit road. Here's pace car driven by Doms, as they still try to work everything out. This race control begins to roll everyone off pit road. We're going to run you through your starting lineup one more time. Driving off row 1, we have Halo on pole. Obviously, no choose cone here at a super speedway, so your odds will be on the inside, evens on the outside. On pole is Halo, and Phil will be on the outside of row 1. Row 2, Austin, Terry, rowing off of row 2 along with Josh. Row 3, Alex and Rex, your inside-outside pairing. Row 4, Bloxer and KM Bug for that row. Row 5, 9th and 10th, it is the JTD number 56, I believe. Who is that? Just check. The 56 is... that's Xander. Sorry about that. Xander... Wait, no. Oh, we have multiple 56. That's not good. And Sharky. In any event, Sharky in P10. And rounding out your field is Sky, who suffered a good penalty after last week's incident at at Las Vegas, where he refused to abide by a black flag, and he'll be brothered off with Slat in that last row, who I believe was either unable to set a time or set a slow time.
Yeah, very unfortunate for him.
Yeah, but in these races, you're not necessarily done in by starting in the back. It's
pace car leading us off. Halo, race leader. Did we already go over the keys to success or something?
sure, if you want to run through the keys to success here at Talladega. So first, obviously, finding your lane, getting into that lane and sticking with it. And I guess to that effect, you see there, just a little bit lower on your screen, using your run or working with teammates. Obviously, we'll see a lot of sort of team coordination with guys going into the high side all at once. It's really, or high or low side, depending on what team or where they are, all at once, you know, and not just working with, if you're a TRD car, working with a RCR car, or if you're a JGR car, working with one of the Fords for JSM. It's all gonna be, it's gonna be very interesting though to see, you know, just who decides what's gonna work where, and then obviously runs you get, you've got to use them. Track position so important here, being ahead of another car, and just how close these finishes are with the packs. It really does matter. And then lastly, obviously you can be aggressive here. It's a massive track, it's a very wide track, but don't try to go too far ahead, or else you will be burnt by it.
I would just like to add to that, pit strategies, outside lines, and team strategies will play a big part in tonight's race here at Talladega. I think what to expect here is that a lot of outside line formations, I think, will definitely take place, as I commented on this in qualifying. I predict to see JGR on the outside a lot in tonight's race. But yeah, previous race winner was Rex, and he won, but he was not very liked winning. See if the drivers may retaliate, or, you know, just keep going, and yeah.
Yeah, we'll see as we get the signal green this time. So the pace car is going to make his hard left turn onto the pit lane, and now we have everybody and company coming to the green flag, as I can't find the person. They're going to be... there we go. We got it. All right. Terry's going to let him lead the inside line as we go green here, or the outside lines. We're going to go green here. A little bit of a chaotic restart. 19 and 20 as the field seems to go high. A little bit of the contact in the wall here as Halo gets the good start, but has no help on the inside. It's currently
already guys on the outside here. Rex leading the outside pack, as Halo's going to now move up to the outside. The inside is now shrinking, and now everybody is moving out to the outside. Already, like I predict, everybody is on the outside. I don't see anybody moving to the inside anytime soon.
Everyone's sort of playing the inline game right now. No one really wants to make their move first, as Halo's going to lead them to the stripe. Obviously, not quite where it should be positioned on the tri-oval. You have to go a little bit longer into the chute, down into turn one, as it will be Halo leading that first lap. So there's a little bit of scuffling out back with some of these other cars. They're going, as Sharky gets a warning. I don't know exactly what for. There's, a couple of cars down low. I think one of them was Terry. And indeed it was.
The mid-pack very bunched up here. Got the 28 having to drop down to back here. The 8 car just trying to get in that outside pack. Here comes the 56 of Xander, who's going to go to the inside now. The pack starting to get, the very back, starting to get very spread apart now.
Yeah, a lot of movement here as Terry's slowed down. What's happened here with Terry?
I don't know.
A couple of cars coming into the pits already.
We got cars in the pits. Very bold strategy. I don't know what's going on. I think they're trying to get the cars fixed or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Information from that. But
it'll be interesting to see what happens here as everyone up front stays in line and the others trying to sort of sort themselves out. I don't think jockeying for P6 or P7 is really going to do you any good right now. You got to go catch up with your leaders. Let's take a look here with Sky.
you have a lot of laps to go still, as the top 5 will now be going to the inside in a single file pack. Not single file pack, but a little straight train here. The lines, everybody could be changing lines very quickly. They could go to the outside, to the inside, Be very quick changes for Talladega. Anything could happen. As a 21 of Barry's gonna go up to the high side, hoping for any partners on the outside. No, has to dive down to the middle.
No. Right now it looks like now it looks like everyone's gonna come up and try and block them as they run up the track here. Looks like the 29 and the 19 have decided, hey, we want to work up there, and the 4 car who initially started this move up top, he's going to stick with them. There's a couple more takers, as yes, we have a 3-car tandem here, 21, 19, and 4 working together here. 29 and 4.
To the inside now.
Yeah. Still very early, long race. It's a battle of attrition here at Talladega. So we'll see does that look like the 19 getting loose? He'll still hold the lead as they go along.
Middle pack. As it looks like, the 21.
Oh yeah, 20 car spun around.
21 car, Barry's in the grass and he's spinning hard.
Into the infield grass he goes. He's still spinning, hits the wall.
And he was able to keep it straight. I do believe what initially caused that, I think he just got loose off the middle lane there and just came. That's all I saw there.
That's a interesting sort of collision there. We'll have to see with him what happened there as we take a look here. Still Halo leading as they're going to head down the front stretch again. 19 from 4. And I believe that is the 8 cars. Alex, ooh, he had a little bit of a bump there. I don't know if that was given him by the 4 car of Slater or what, but regardless, a very rough ride for your P3 driver. As I guess it's a opportune time to take a look here as the race sort of settles down at your standings. Terry still leads the championship. He actually gained a bit of an advantage with a good finish after a hectic day at Vegas last week, and then Alex now 9 points down, so he lost 7 since we last spoke. Third is Chris. I believe he's in the running today. In 4th, Halo, currently leading this race. 5th is Phil. 6th is Rex, obviously bumped up a little bit because of that great finish. Speaking of Rex, look at him down in the grass. I wonder what happened there. And then Sharky and KM round out your top 8. So just things to keep an eye out as we head into about the quarter point of the NASCAR or the RSCRA season. Sorry about that. As the main pack begins to sort of get established, 6 cars in line and then 3 or 4 stragglers bringing out the rear. As that's the 2 car. Looks like it was set very high. No moves being made right now. Everyone's sort of just saying, hey, we're not even a quarter of the way into a stage, let alone the race itself. And so that everyone's content to just sort of let them be, let each other be. Obviously, with the risk of being caught out by a big one, and of course this week at a plate race, not having the ability to sort of make themselves or give themselves the chance to stay in the race if they do get involved in a wreck with the DNF system if you hit the catch fence. Bit of movement on the outside. Looks like it's the is that the 4-car? Yes, it looks like the 4-car Phil trying to lead a pack here on the outside. See if there's any more takers. We're currently riding on board with the 56 of Xander. And it looks like they'll fall right back in line. But that 4-car Phil is looking very, very optimistic with some of his moves, as he'll once again look at the outside before squirreling back in the line. You can see there, people, they're still getting out of the throttle. In, out, in, out. A couple of cars. This spun. It looks like it's the 56 car of Xander. He catches some other people. Cautions out here at Talladega for the first time. So with 31 laps to go in the first stage, as we have a little bit of a race back, or we have a race back here. It looked like Halo won it out. Or they might be, yeah, they're still racing here. Coming off of turn 4. Currently, yeah, they're beating and banging Alex and the 4-car of Xander. They're gonna have a little bit of a beat and banging session. Or not Xander, sorry, of Phil. And it looks like Phil's gonna win it out as he beats Alex to the stripe. So now they all gotta get. Ooh, is there still a little hectic coming in to the pacing laps? And so for the first time today, we will have pit stops. Pits are open. So they'll dive down into pit lane. Obviously, tires here not going to be a huge concern. But the fuel run is definitely a factor. You don't really need to save tire, just how this track runs. So you want to be the last. You want to be safe all the time you can with putting gas into the car. Yes, everyone's going to make the mass exodus down into pit road. Pit road, everyone goes. 19. Looks like everyone got into their box well. No penalties to what we can see. And yes, it looks like everyone's just going to take fuel as the 8 car. I think he squeezed him out. We'll see what race control says. It looks like the 4 is holding his position for the time being, but we'll see as the 21 receives a verbal warning. That is Chris. And now we're being told for the double file, so they might try to go green this lap. Yeah, so it looks like the 4 car did beat the 8 out. It was close though. It was very close. everyone's... Yep, and indeed, we are going green this time. It'd be Phil leading them to it. Chris has led basically... Or, sorry. Yeah. The 19 has led them basically all day as they head into the M&M's restart zone. Green, once again here at Talladega. 4 gets a good jump still. As the 54 Sky is going to try and make a move on the outside of Alex. They're going to go 3 wide twice here as the 4 car is going to sort of fade. I think he got on the apron a little bit, and so he falls back tremendously. Still 54 as they now begin to file in. 54 on the outside, leading the outside lane. The 19 of Halo right back to the lead here at Talladega, followed by the 19 of, or the 29 of Rex. But right behind him, though, the RCR tandem of the 8 and 3. That is Alex from Terry. And I believe even the 50... no, never mind. Got a little ahead of myself. But they do have Chevy help as... Oh, the 56 cuts off the 54.
Oh, we got trouble here.
Are they able to hang on to it? Yes, they will. Sky, once again...
We'll get a warning. The 29 on the outside will get help from the 19 of the Halo, or no. A car of Alex on the inside, followed by Terry, and they're running up together. So, the 29 goes door to door with the 3, trying to get to that inside lane, but can't. He's going to have to be forced to stay up on the outside, but he does have help from the cars coming as the 8 car of Alex is going to move up to the high side. Now trying to come back down. Sorry about that.
We have the Childress tandem going to the lead here. 8 and 3, Terry and Alex. I mentioned that they had been sort of just staying together, basically, for that entire restart, and it paid off as they now are in the optimal position to lead. It will be 1-2 for Alex and Terry as it was a drag race to the line, and Rex just can't edge them out. Speaking of Rex, he does lead that outside line of the Toyotas. The TRD JGR alliance is strong as the 2 car of Slat receives a warning. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 5 Toyotas packed in a bunch here as they head round the outside here of the JGR tandem. Outside line seems to be preferred. As the 29 now trying to see if he can clear off the inside and maybe just sit there as he will try to get down. I don't know if his friend can, though. They decide that they can't, so he sits right back up at the top.
Now the outside, sorry about that. The outside pack is formed already. Sorry, probably already mentioned that. The 29 of Rex will be leading that outside pack. I believe the 8 and the 3, both RSCRA cars on the inside as they're trying to get up to the high side to get a little bit of that draft, but they can't do it. They're stuck on the inside. Oh, the 54 is going to get up into the 16, and they're wrecking.
Big issues here into the turn 3. Caution out for the second time. We're going to have a race back, though. Rex leading on the outside. It's 29, 19, 20. The one TRD car being led by a couple of JGR cars. They're side by side. Cutting him off is Rex. He makes a bold move, and it looks like it's going to pay off. It's a drag race. Rex is ahead of everyone else at the end of the race back. Close to racing, but it gets the job done. And so for what seems to be, or for the second time this week, or second week in a row, Rex will lead a lap and immediately look strong. These Toyotas have really been sticking together.
I told you that the J or G pack, the Toyota Racing Development, would use that outside, definitely stay together, and work together, and definitely use that outside, use actually both lanes to be very successful here in the early laps. And the pits will open now.
Yeah,
see if we have any takers.
We saw that before. Obviously, it came sort of back around with Sky hitting the wall into turn 3, but before then, they had something going with, I believe it was 5 cars in that Toyota stable going nose to tail, and there was nothing that the Chevy Fords could do about that. Obviously, outnumbered, it seems like. We talked about the great Toyota participation in RSCRA as pits are once again open. It looks like everyone will try and top off on fuel. About halfway through stage number 1 here at Talladega. I think everyone got through cleanly. And indeed they did. Oh, it's a little bit of contact as the 20 car got into the 28. And yes, it indeed does look like it's very hectic. Pit road as 28 sort of had a hole to avoid hitting the 56. And now the 21 looked like of Chris nearly got involved. So very hectic pit road sequence there as Dams rolls off, and you can see everyone sort of staying in a kerfuffle, but Alex wins the race on pit road. Caution out. Pits closed. They head to the line here. Should be going green this time. Begin to see there the mass exodus of cars. Yes, pace car's off this time, so we're going to go green. It'll be Alex leading them all to the stripe. Green flag is out as Alex had a very bad jump. We'll see if anyone gets popped for a bad or a illegal start. But for the moment, it looks like it's clean. The 20 car rolls ahead of everybody else as he takes it from Terry, Rex, Alex, and Slot. Pack beginning to catch his draft and close up a little bit, but Josh leads them. Yes, now the pack has caught up, and Alex. And we'll see if he tries to make a move as it is. Ooh, he gives a little bit of a bump. He gets a little squirrely. He's going to be able to save it, but he's going to get everyone hectic as it's Rex beginning to bait and bang with everybody. They're going to go 3 wide into turn 1.
I apologize for my appearance. My not liking as they're going 3 wide, all tandem, elite tandem. Here's the 20 car will be of Josh. How about that up there? Followed by Halo and Phil. The 20 car going to move to the outside. Noah's going to come back to the inside.
20 car, and once again we've talked about it before. I don't think there's a single non-Toyota in the outside line. All four or 5 Toyotas that are in this race are sticking with their guns. Put them under a blanket. 20, 19, 4, 54, 29, and 16 all nose to tail as they are going to cruise to the lead front here at Talladega. What a job of teamwork here from that stable.
Told you these drivers are definitely going to prefer to use that outside here. But very prominent here is the 20 and on the inside will now be pulling away the little trap. This drivers all over the place.
Breakaway bunch here of the 2019 and 4.
Ooh, the 3 getting a little swervy here as well as the 29 car of Rex. As 8, 3 gonna move to the outside here, still on the outside.
Some super manufacturer loyalty right now as we have all 6 Toyotas on the bottom. I believe that is all 4 or 5 Chevys at the top going through turn 3. And the lone Ford sort of just doing his own thing on an island. They head to the line. The 20 of Josh leads it.
8 and 3 will drop back as Sharky's making some moves. A little aggressive moves on the 8 car as we're having some contact here in the mid pack. It looks like the 54 and the 29 are making some contact here. As we're coming to we're past halfway mark for stage number 2. Oh, as the 3 car gets into the 8, they're almost causing a wreck, but they're able to hang on to it.
Everyone beginning to slot down to the bottom. Just over halfway home here for the first stage at Talladega. So they're going to use that little bit of extra track given from the dotted line to try and make a move here. 20, 19, 4, and company move up. It's one of the weird quirks of Talladega with the way that the quad trial opens up the track, which doesn't really happen at Daytona, but here you see coming off of 4 with the pit exit, an extra lane sort of opens up for a little bit more madness, but immediately and promptly closes up right ahead of the first turn. So it gives drivers the opportunity to sort of stick their nose in and try to get there. And then obviously, if you don't do it before you got to make your mind up before the trial, or else it will close up to you rather quickly. So you see, there's just that little bit of extra space. That doesn't present as the 4 blows over. Big wreck as the caution comes out. Another blown over car. Is he going to go in the catch fence? I don't think he did. And even more carnage. I think they hit the line. Is he still spinning? He's still spinning. Oh my goodness.
It looks like 16 and I believe another car went upside down.
Bit of a wild ride there at Talladega. Quick housekeeping note to just let the fans at home know. The 4 car of Phil had a internet issue. He is back in the running though, so good bounce back for Phil. Pit's closed currently.
As Josh will be slowing down for the pace car, Phil's going to bunch up a little bit. But how about that caution? That was insane. The 16, I believe, the other car flipped over and oh my.
Big slowdown as I think they want, as indeed pits open up here this time.
I believe it's going to be a busy pit road here, as I believe everyone's coming down pit road.
And why not? It's not really going to be a tire race. You're gonna have fuel.
Sure. You're in the back. Might as well come down pit road. You got nothing to lose.
I mean, just look at how quick this pit stop is. 1, maybe 2 seconds. Sort of akin to the ones that we get in Formula 1. Just how fast these ones are. They might even be faster. So no problem with Josh winning the race off. A couple of Toyotas as another big race here. I think the 54 got that ahead of the 2 RSCRA cars and your 2 championship leaders. We'll have 1 to go this time, as the 21 gets a bit of a warning. I think it might be either for the incident, race control has made up their mind on what the cause of that caution was, or something along those lines. But in any event, we are going to stack up and get ready to go racing here. It's going to be 25 at the lap, or 15 at the straight. Yeah, can't be certain, as once again, Dog giving the command to double up as we're going to go green this time here at Talladega.
Alright, boys, drivers doubling up, and we're getting ready to go back racing at Talladega Superspeedway. Okay, they're going to lead us off on the green flag. The pace car will be taking that sharp left turn as the drivers come to the restart zone. Let's get ready to go back racing.
1920, a couple of JGR cars ahead of the RCR Chevys that have been so dominant this year. Green flag back out, and it looks like
20.
The 20, yep, 20 is told to give time. Remember, we saw in that first restart that that most recent restart that he jumped, or he had a great restart. Thought it might have been a jump. Race Control took a look at it, and they've decided that it's a repeat offense and that the 20 car has to give a little bit of time back or risk being sent down pit road for a penalty.
As we already got 5 cars on the outside, 8 car tries to make a move here. 8 car, the 20 blocking with all he got here. 19 on the inside working is 2 RSCRA cars. We also already got a lot of cars up on the outside here.
Yeah, manufacturer bonds and truces are still yet to be made here. As very tight, almost sardine tanned. But when you're running a small team like JGR's, there's a car spinning down there, shouldn't be a caution. It's a single car. But when you're a team like RCR, there's a little bit of a move trying to be made there. You can.
RCR, it's not a big team, but they haven't been too good this season.
They're quick and they can afford to and with being a small club, they can sort of work themselves together and be able to sort themselves as they want. Whereas if you're a big team like this Toyota stable.
Josh blocked a little bit below that double yellow there.
Indeed he did. That's the 19. Ooh.
19 coming. The 20 I will give, he's blocking a lot here. He's driving. He's not gonna give up that lead. What I'm saying, anytime soon as he gets down into the grass a little bit there, after doing that here, just can't be doing that.
As big wreck in here. 29 around. 54 is gonna blow over himself.
He's gonna flip over.
Another blow over here at Talladega. Another caution. We're racing back though. It's the 20 cars still leading as they're all going to go single file. 4 is going to try to make headway here. I think he might have gone below the double yellow line, but we'll see. It's currently 2 by 2 behind the 20 car of Josh. Josh leads, followed by Halo. Alex and Terry working on the outside. We'll see if they can get anything done. It's the 3 Chevrolets, the 3, I'm sorry, not 3 RCR cars, but 3 Chevrolets, followed by the Toyotas and Fords at the bottom. It looks like the Chevrolets are going to lose out, though, as they're going to be close here. The 20 is going to try and make a move up top to try and stave off the 19. Is it going to be enough? It will be enough, just barely, as Josh beats him by about a 1/10. We have our 3rd caution of the day.
I don't think the outside has been very prominent for the RC.
Oh, as the pace cars committing genocides here. Yes. Oh, man.
Pace car just comes up on everybody.
Yes, the pace car gets a warning from race control. I wonder what happens if there's no pace car. Does you just race it out? You know, no cautions. Cautions still exist. Who knows? But what we do know is that there's going to be about 10 laps left when we restart.
So,
would you rather value track position on this last restart?
Would you rather pit?
Or the stage point?
Yeah, for the final 10 laps.
That's the pace car again! He's going crazy.
I would like to ask who is driving the pace car.
It's Doms. Doms is in the pace car.
Dave, the pace car.
See him. Shame on you, Cat. Shame on you. As
it looks like Phil's gonna be Phil and Xander are gonna be the only ones.
Yeah,
no,
a couple cars. Phil's the only real prominent one. But yes, not a lot of takers. I think most of them came from the back, and I'll step aside real quick.
As we've been informed, the pace car is, I believe they might be going with a virtual pace car. And now Josh will be slowing for pitters. Car's getting pretty bunched up. Halo. Oh, there goes Rex. Josh will be slowing for pitters here. I believe only 4 cars came down pit road.
What's happening here with the 29 and 21?
Holy!
As they're dying even before the pace car gets there. Oh my goodness.
I'm going to
Rex?
get information from chat that the drivers are getting some lag issues here.
Yeah, we'll see what they decide to do about this. But the 29 and 21 have seemed to be in like a little bit of a horn locking match down that back straightaway. I don't necessarily know what the cause of that was, or maybe cause to comment. We'll see if we can get it all bunched up in time. But a very hectic restart.
I love that it's been not even the first stage, and we've had at least 3-4 flips here already. Talladega, I think we're gonna win this time.
Yep, looks like it. You'd like to see a little bit more calmness, as yes, indeed, green flag. Pace cars down the backstretch, but it doesn't matter. Already cars beating and banging out back. It should be no caution, but they're going 3 wide. The 29, 8, 4 wide, nearly between the 29, 20, and the 8.
20 gonna get a warning here. The 3 wide for third here. Rex trying to hold up the 4-car fill. The 19 of Halo's gonna lead him off.
8.
Sharky with help from the 3-car.
8 and 29 solo. The 19 trying to block both lanes. He's not going to be able to get back down to the bottom. We'll see how it all shakes out through turn 3. As the Chevrolets once again are able to link up. As the 8 car moves up, trying blocking those Toyotas now. Very hectic out back. This is a imperative race for Alex to try and get a chance to win it.
19 giving the 16 no room to come back up. 8 car goes outside to block the 19 of Halo, but Sharky can't come back down and block Sharky now. With help from the 3 car. Can 8 be able to come back to the outside?
Let's go. Oh, they're back down. 3 car. It's Terry. Terry's upside down.
3 car is flipped.
And another caution. Racing back down to the line. It's the 19, 16, and 8. 8 car of Alex leads.
The 19 of Halo came down on the 29.
As now they're going to go and get at it. They're both crashing out of the lead. So now I believe this goes down to, no, never mind. Goes to the 16 car here of Sharky. Where did Sharky come from? He might have a chance to lead it to the stripe. He might, and it looks like he will, as the 4 and 54 get a little hectic. But yes, indeed, it will be the 16 leading the lap and bringing us to the yellow. Very messy second portion of this first stage. I mean,
5 flips before the stage has even ended. I mean, this Talladega, I can't expect there to not be flips.
Yeah, but you think that the folks that are,
It's very calmer.
yeah, we'll have to see what they think about it.
Oh, has given us the order to go double up.
Looks like, yeah, they're calling it a virtual pace car. As I think
Race control got kind of.
Yeah, Dom has some issues. We'll have to see what happened there, but it's been interesting. This virtual pace car is going to be lifted this lap, so we'll be ready to go back racing
as we're going.
Oh my goodness!
Never mind. I think we're gonna have to go another lap. Oh, that's a wreck.
Let's see if they call off the yellow or not. No signal yet.
They won't be going green this time.
No, still no signal.
We'll have to go another lap.
Still no signal. Still no signal. Yeah, and they're just going to send it green this time. So the 16 of Sharky is going to lead them out. As we're back at green. 29 of Rex getting a warning. His second of the day. So now we'll see if we can have a sprint to the finish. It's going to be about 7 laps to go.
Right behind the 16 on his bumper, followed by the 20 of Josh. Outside Phil with no help, but Sandra could possibly come up to him and help him. Before swerving, trying to get somewhere. He has to just go back in line here, holding the 54 off, but That's probably bound to change. Never mind.
54 moving up top. Here he goes. It's a couple. Or sorry, 6. Yeah, they're both gonna head up. Now Toyota's trying it to link up together as they have for most of the race. Meanwhile, Chevy's stuck together like glue at the bottom.
Yeah, bottom trying to. We'll see if the 8 car and the 3 can work together on the 2 car packs. Oh, the 54 makes contact there, I believe. As here comes the 56 of Xander. He's trying to have that inside pack as the inside will begin to pull away.
We talk about strength in numbers, but sometimes it's a little bit easier to govern just a few people. That's what seems to be the case for the Chevrolets, as they're able to move with just 3 or 4 people. The strength of a pack that's about double their size is now it is Alex to the lead of the race, followed by Terry.
Oh, the 60 puts the 54 up into the wall there. They're going to go 3 wide.
It's hard.
Fourth, sorry.
Yeah, they're hard to manage.
They're
banging and banging, but they're still holding it together. Great job. Great example of car control as we're going to hit the stripe here for 5 to go here in stage 1. As you see, when we were talking about that dotted line dropping out.
Oh, the 56 go into the inside walls. The 56 of Xander. Will he come back up? He's going to come back up. Oh, he's able to keep it straight there. Props to him there. As the inside packs forming again. Through 8 and the 3 on the outside here. And can come up there. Sorry. There's a 29 with a clean block coming up to the outside. The outside will start to pull away. Oh, and now everybody on the inside. Oh, the 29, the 16, and the 8 will now move up to inside. No, never mind. The 8's going to move back up to the outside. A lot of lane changes. It's keeping me breathless here. Sorry.
Yeah, the couple of them have flipped. They have flipped spots here as the Chevrolet pack now moves to the outside as they are getting super tight together. They want these stage points bad. I believe that's Alex into the wall there. They're going 3, maybe even 4 wide. If Alex, nope, looks like Alex just holds serve, so it's still 3 wide with Sharky in the middle of a 2x2 pack. And we'll see.
He's just forced to stay up into the middle pack. He has nowhere to go unless he lets off. Oh, now he has help from the 54. Never mind, the 54 goes to the inside. Nope,
here comes the 2. Where did Phil come from here in this stage? But he has arrived. He wants himself on that bottom line as the Toyotas and Chevys duke it out. He says, "Hey, why not let a Ford come in and have a little bit of a turn at the lead?" He's going.
The Fords have not been very good this race so far. So Slog's coming up there, and but he's on the very inside alone. Doesn't have much room. He's gonna get
he gets sent down to the bottom. He got pushed out. We talked about.
And he's in the inside wall, and I think he might make contact. Oh, he's into the inside wall again, and he flips.
He flipped it, but they're gonna keep it green, as that is the 16 of Sharky you're looking at on your screen being moved down to the bottom. We have 3 laps to go here as they head down and wreck. They're wrecking. It's Terry. It's Josh. Caution's out. Terry's flipped again. Racing back to the pit to the line. This might very well be the final caution before the end of the stage. This caution might bring the end to the stage. It's currently Rex leading, followed closely by Phil. Out back even further is Xander. As that's your top 3 as they head now into the tri-oval for the final time. Perhaps under green in stage 1. It's a race back. And it looks like as if Rex is going to be able to bring it.
Here comes Phil.
Yep, no, he was able to bring it out. So caution is out with 2 to go here in stage number 1.
And so recorded 6 flips. I do believe they might throw an overtime or just call the stage there.
There's no overtime here in stages, so that. Yep, there you go. Announcement from Race Control. Stage 1 has come to its conclusion. So for the, I believe, 3rd time this year, it's a stage win for Rex. If my math is right, which it usually isn't, to be honest.
Yes.
But Rex is able to bring home a stage.
Why am I?
what a hectic end of the stage. Everyone's coming down pit road. Ooh, sorry about that. It's probably not the sweetest sound in the world. But look at that huge advantage that Rex has over the rest of the field. It's going to take everyone down the field. The entire field down. Well, why not? As someone's out there on pit road. Try to see who that is. There's a close race here. Oh no, it was just Terry trying to get into his box. He's in sideways.
Oh no!
So very wild as they get set. Sharky with a good race off there to get back into a decent position.
It looks like Rex will win the race off the pit road, I do believe. As Barry's gonna have a very slow pit stop coming up last, I do believe.
So they're gonna once again tell them to go double file and assume try and get this race underway. Currently in virtual safety car periods after Dom's had a.
I believe they will be doubling up now.
So Dom's had a little bit of an incident with the pace car, so they have just abandoned it. Said, hey, these guys can take care of themselves, and yeah, that's what they're doing. Still no penalties given up this race. Obviously, with last week's race having a lot of controversy about cautions and things of that sort, the stewards have said that they will be a bit more relaxed.
We'll be in the first row. Here we go to the green flag. Here we go. Green flag. Let's go back racing here. Tell it.
Into the M&M's restart zone. A great jump for Rex as he gets a advantage over everyone else.
8 restart, pulling away from the pack.
As the field sort of spread out now into turns 1 and 2. Round the outside goes Rex. He's your leader as they head down the Alabama Games Super Stretch for the first time in stage 2. Chevrolet of Alex Baham.
Now with a huge lead, but it's eventually gonna come to nothing because of that huge lane.
Yeah. Oh, maybe not, as 54 of Sky gets in the wall, and there's the caution, so he'll be able to bring it home at least, the 29 car of Rex, but obviously a caution needs to come out for that. For the first time, a caution out in stage 2. Rex was able to bring it back to the line, but it looked like Sky got a little bit loose there and caused that whole issue.
The race control has drivers to couple up.
Yeah. So they figured, hey, we're so close to the start of the stage that we'll just say, hey, why not? We're going to go green this time as the field bunches up once more. Very touch and go. These restarts have been. We've had a very stop-start sort of race. I believe our longest green flag run has been that opening stage. Otherwise,
doubling up. Rex and Alex will be leading 56 on the 56. Stage 2, here we go.
Into the M&M restart zone for the second time, and here we go. 29 car pulls off ahead of everybody else down into turn 1. He gets a bad restart though. They're going to go 4 wide. Can Terry save it? No. He holds the brake and spins around, but it's a 2-car wreck as the 29 now has his 3rd warning, so he'll go through the pits as the caution comes out. Right, no, they're calling it green. Never mind. Wait, maybe not. Race back is the word now from race control. Still says green on our ticker, so we'll see if they let off at the end of the stage. Now caution comes out, so it will be a race back. Here comes Xander, or is it? Yeah, Xander out of nowhere, to try and take.
I think this will be Xander's first lap led here.
Yeah, well, he has to get back, and it looks like he might, but he gets a little bit loose. Coming down the tri-oval for the first, for this race back, again getting into a bump. What's happening with Xander? It's going to be a huge run for the 16, but he won't be able to get there. The 56 of Xander wins the race back and will be leading.
And it looks like it'll be Rex to the penalty.
VSC again out. I guess you could call it the VPC, virtual pace car, depending on what side of the pond you come from. But we are 47 laps in total, 5 laps into the second stage. You got the GEICO 350 here at Talladega. Second stage, also 42 laps. As it looks like Xander's going to give up his track position to go in the pits. So interesting call here from that 56 team. And they roll down into pit road. Looks like the 56 is going to win it off of pit road.
I do believe Sharky, Phil, Sky, Josh, Alex, and Xander will have stayed out.
Yeah, as they're being told now, Sharky, who inherits the lead, is being told to slow down for the rest of the field, so they can all bunch up and go green this time, which has seemed to have been the case. So 48 of 84 through stage 2.
But 41 more laps, whereas the 20 car will go around for some reason.
Lap 132 is your halfway mark, or is your race distance tonight.
Is 136.
As everyone's gonna bunch up. 16 and the 4, side by side. They head into that light blue restart zone once more. Green flag out. Back to racing.
16's gonna have a pretty good jump. Alex is gonna have a good jump too, but I do believe he had a penalty.
Yeah, it's
gonna have to serve his penalty this time.
Yeah, that penalty for the third warning. But we've seen him recover from worse, but it might be a little bit harder here at Talladega than it was last week at Vegas, just because of the nature of that track. Even though Vegas is still pretty draft heavy, this is a whole nother animal.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I've got 3 and 21 on middle lane here. Next, Sharky's gonna lead him, but 29 coming down pit road. Penalty.
There he goes.
Right behind 16.
1654 car on the grass. It looked like it was one of the RCR cars, but no.
Oh, it's up to the
Someone was heavy into the wall there. I think it was
19 of Halo is going way.
This Halo. Yeah, Halo's been all over the place, it seems like. If there's still no real manufacturer at hand, of course you can just sort of pick out one of the 8 car. You pick out either the 8 or 3 car and guarantee you that one of those other cars, one of those, the other, I guess, of those two leading Childress Chevrolets are gonna be up there with them. You see there, Terry running nose to tail with Alex and Chris too. All three Childress Chevrolets running in order, right behind this big exodus of Gibbs and TRD cars. It looks like it's a all Gibbs field though. Sorry, there's one Toyota.
Outside line, starting to form here. 3 cars. Sharky leading middle one, 2. 4 car field. On this tail, followed by Sky in 54. Oh.
Big cut down there by the 8 car. He's gonna choose to say, hey, you know what? It's been a real ride, my teammates, but I'm out. But look at that, Terry once again, right with the 8 car. They must be either, I don't know how well they're coordinating this, but it seems like everywhere Terry goes, Alex goes, and wherever Alex goes, Terry goes. They have been inseparable tonight.
Yeah, but RSCRA is just sticking together. I guess it's a team plan. I don't know. As we're going 3 wide for third here and 3 wide for second.
Yep, nose or 3 by 2.
Boy, this into the wall a little bit there.
You can throw them all underneath a blanket again, or I mean, it wouldn't be a standard size blanket, but you get the picture. Or a plastic bag maybe, depending on if you're team bag alert like the 8 car of Alex's. Not sponsored by Wendy's yet. But 52 laps complete. We're heading the line for lap 53.
Good time to do maybe a crank it up.
Yeah, let's do it. We have a little bit of a gap finally. We'll let you at home crank it up. Woo! Big wreck here at Talladega that'll end our Crank It Up segment. As it was Chris, sorry about that, it was Terry into the air here. Like Josh got into him a little bit. And once again, a blowover. Yeah, the race back, and it looks like Xander's gonna win it again. Alex made a good move. towards the end of it to clear up second place for himself out of or ahead of Slot. But for the first time in a while, we have a non-Toyota group of cars leading today's race with Xander, Alex, and Slot, a Chevy Ford ahead of a group of Toyotas.
Yeah, but I do believe pits will be pits are open. A lot of, I think everyone's gonna come back to the road, especially if you're in the back. Got nothing to lose, might as well come down, take some tires and fuel to prepare to finish the stage.
Yeah, why not? I mean, at this point in the race, you just came off the long green, or like probably the second longest green flag run of the day, apart from the opening run. And so, why not? And most everyone's going to take their
3 car, 20, 16, 4, and
yeah, everyone coming down pit road. We take a look here with Slot.
That was single-handedly quickest pit stop I've ever seen by the.
Yeah, they move quickly here. Obviously, the only real concern for these guys is fuel. With the bank here at Talladega being what it is, you don't really have to worry about tire wear all too much.
Motor speedway or a road course where you have to road very much.
Tire management not as big of a deal here. The only time you're really going to be letting off is to save fuel, not necessarily tire.
Yeah, definitely true. I do believe
Bubble up. According to the race crew chief, I'd assume that's just a typo for going double files.
They're doubling up. 56 of Xander. Big pit stop, followed by the 2 of Alex inside for row 2 or something.
56 having a little bit of an issue here by Xander. He's able to get it all together though. And
comes to the green flag.
Waiting.
H2. And we are green flag back out.
Green flag running here at Talladega. Everybody moving into the line. There's a big gaggle of cars. At least one car around. I think they're going to keep this green as Josh.
I don't think he's going to come back up the pack.
Indeed they are, as the 8 car gets a 2 of 3 for that latest incident.
The 56 is going to have a pretty good lead against everybody, but it's going to
shortly diminish, but you can basically categorize those Fords and Chevys into one fellow group. They're all finding those Toyotas as a big crash here behind.
54 of Sky just.
Oh, it looks like the 2 got on the catch fences. He's on fire.
Car on
Another
fire.
blowover. It looked like that was. Oh, it's Terry. It's Terry. Terry's on fire.
Terry's on fire.
As a red flag is out here. And we talked about this. If you hit the catch fence, you were done for the day, as they're being told to stop it. A lot of good cars out. As I think we have 2 cars involved on fire. It was Slot, as you see there. Hopefully he's all right. He's still in the car. And then Terry with that big wreck. Yeah, as you see there. Terry is done for the stage. Hopefully, I think I saw Terry get off the car.
We also have issues with the 2 Ford of Slaw.
Yeah, there's
Slaw is also on fire.
Yeah, Slot's on fire outside of turn 3, but it looks like, yes, indeed, that is Terry.
Oh my god, the AMR safety crew should have been set up for
yeah, there's an AMR safety crew out to help Slot. But right now it's Terry. What the heck is that? Oh my goodness, the aliens have come for us all. But meanwhile, you see there the wreckage There's Terry, giving some words
very
to his 8 car.
RSCRA.
Wow, what a as we wait with bated breath, and there he is. He is all right after.
It's good to see the driver of the 2 car heading out of this car and safe.
After a big incident,
I expected 2 cars on fire. 1 car was an RC car, and I do think the RCR drivers are definitely not very happy with the way the 4 JGR car has been driving them.
Yeah, it was definitely a big incident there.
That's not going to be good for RCR. That is 1 left drafting and bump draft partner they could use, and now they're left with the 8 of Alex and the 21 of Barry. So
yeah, not a lot of help now with
Alex is false.
Huh?
Don't know what happened there. I don't know if we're still allowed to do this, but how about we bring somebody up and
I was gonna bring in our leader, but I think everyone's beginning to roll again. So
should we bring in Phil? I mean, it's caution.
well, we're going green this time. It looks like so. No real need to. We could catch one of them towards the end of the stage, but.
That is 2 cars eliminated from the race. That's not very fortunate for them. Oh, this path is definitely shortened. 9 cars. I think that. Wait, is that all? 9 cars into the path here. We'll be going to time.
Yeah, it was a small field. I believe there's only 10 cars, and a couple of them gone. I mean, there's nowhere for them to go as they all bunch up. Want to get the best boost possible. Green flag in there. They're going to hit the line here with 30 laps to go in stage 2. I'm sorry, not 30. 30 laps. My math is bad. 25.
Already 4 cars jumping up to the outside now, going to move to the middle lane. How about that? We might see that middle lane start to form here.
Outside line seems to be moving here on the restart as the 16 or this 56 falls back. 16 pushing the 4, and they're gonna try and close off the bottom. Big run from Xander.
I think he wasn't doing the best in stage 1, but he's really turning gears up on stage number 2. Now Phil on the outside will be leading him. Xander with no help, never mind. 16 came down to the inside. Back up. As that outside pack is. Oh, now the 8 helping the 56 Xander here. Sorry, I will be going for a second.
Yeah, obviously no one wants to see cars go off the stage, but I think one person that did was Rex, who had to go back because of that, or fall back in the field heavy because of that incident, that gave him his last warning. But that caution gives him the chance to dial back up. So I guess it's fortunate for his people, but maybe not so much for the rest of us, as Phil leads it from Xander and Alex. Alex still doing strong despite not having the help of his teammate. We talked about how he and the 3-car of Terry have been joined at the hip, but obviously can't do it tonight and in the rest of the stage. I think this.
Now the 56 Xander and the ball by Alex to give the person.
think this caution has caused them all to sort of
Chill
calm down a little bit. Yeah.
So I do believe we have a couple. Oh, never take that back. We got 4 cars.
Oh, so a spinner, single spinner, should be no caution. Was able to get it back rolling.
You just jinxed that. But 4 cars in the top make up the top 4. That was right.
The field has really began to spread out. No one moving a muscle.
We don't see anybody queuing up to the outside, but that might happen. I don't think anybody's trying to look outside due to the fact that the cars that make up the field. But Alex is a little swimmy. Might see him at the.
Yeah, the Toyota or the Chevys have been able to move up the field, even though they lost their numbers that we had been taught, or their very thin numbers already. It's the 16 down into the grass. He's able to come back up just fine. But they've maintained their hold on the lead despite losing out on some of these numbers with that last red flag. On green for a little bit here with about 20 laps to go here in stage number 2. So we're going to step aside real quick, take a quick ad break. You won't miss a thing as we go side by side here on RSN. Caution out here as Xander is going to be this hard on himself as he moves up the racetrack. It's going to be side by side between him and a couple of cars in a pack, so he will probably lose out 1, maybe even 2 spots here as they go drag racing to the line. It'll be Alex leading them back under caution again. Perhaps unfortunate ad timing on our part, but we gotta pay the bills. Gotta keep the lights on here at RSN. So
our pacing caution has come out. The 8th car of Alex will be here. I think things have definitely calmed down. I do see the whole field.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened there. I was conversating with some of our producers back at the truck and trying to get some stats. So it was not quite looking at the race, but it's all right, as everyone's gonna come.
Everyone's coming down.
Yeah, down pit road.
So far this race, we've had no speeders.
Yeah, but don't jinx it. It's a hectic pit road.
The 16 has been very swervy, making a lot of contact with the drivers. All right.
So there's a big kerfuffle as you see here. It's going to be close. Alex wins the race out, followed by.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's better. Followed by everyone else. So with 19, Bonks, his teammate, as yep, there's the 19's warning. we mentioned earlier, safety or race control is taking a little bit more of a laid-back approach to this week's running, just in terms of warnings and things like that after coming under fire.
Pack has definitely calmed down.
For sure.
Do you believe we'll be going green this time? Alex, I believe.
So about 17 it's going to look like to go when we hit the stage, or hit the green flag. Which will be led to by Alex and Sharky. Sharky, who has been involved in some of these packs, but he's never been able to get up through the field. We'll see what he can do.
Green flag back in the air. Sharky's going to get a pretty good restart back there from 29.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a lot of questions in post-race about the safety of these cars, the amount of flips that they've had, but only 2 cars being out to this point. They certainly have been able to last, as the outside line once again seems to be the preferred line. If the Toyotas get bunched up, we'll see if Alex tries to inject himself into that pack.
As the outside is starting to again be very prominent. 54, number 29 tried to make a move on, came back up to
Yeah, he doesn't really have a choice. These Chevrolets now, with 2 of their friends gone.
They're just doing everything they can here. I would say 54 is kind of moving back to the inside.
Yeah, they're just doing what they can to stay in this, try and gather some points. They've been doing well.
Oh no! 16 up into the wall.
Oh, that's the 4 car around there. That's Phil. It's going to be a single car accident, though, so they should keep this one green. No caution here. Down the Alabama Game Super Stretch. As it...
That was very...
I'm sure there are going to be some questions for Chris as he tries to... He looked like he was going to stay in the outside lane, but now...
Not
reuniting.
Very good. But Sharky leading on here. Approached lap 70. Outside pack. I keep calling it pack. The outside lane is now growing even stronger. Props to these drivers to be able to use that outside the way they do, keeping it clean.
Yeah, there's a little bit less scrub down there. I think that's the biggest advantage to being up there. Obviously, Dale Jr. in NASCAR sort of created this new wave where there's less tire fall off and things of that sort.
Yeah.
And you obviously hold the speed better because you're turning the tire less. So it's faster racing, a lot more fun. As there's a little bit of kerfuffle in here between these 3 Chevrolets, as a couple of them are into the wall, and we're gonna have a whole Toyota top 5, it looks like, if Alex can't get anywhere up. And he is able to hold on to P4.
16 of Sharky. Is now starting to start a little pull away here. Getting with the inside, but Rex getting that draft will go from 54 up the right of guys. Sorry.
Yeah, but look at this. Alex has no help up here at the top of the lane. He is the lone rider on the outside line. Everyone else hugging that yellow line.
He's gonna definitely have to drop back to.
I don't know if there's any space. There isn't. Once again, still trying to forced out of making any headway. He's got to find somebody to team up with or something along those lines, because right now he is just stuck.
Hard. He might have to drop back if somebody doesn't help him. He's gonna drop to the inside lane. Oh, he's gonna go back up. I think Barry might be able to help him.
Yeah, there might be a little bit of help here.
Oh no, the 16 is
16
around.
cars around. It might. I was looking away there briefly at my monitor for a couple of seconds.
At that. I do believe the 29 got into a corner panel, sent him spinning.
Yeah, that's what I thought happened. Just looking at where he was.
He wound up came down. I don't exactly know, but it looked like the 29 got over his corner panel there.
Surely something for race control to investigate, but that gives the Chevrolets an opportunity now to finally make some noise after what feels like they've been just shut out since the caution.
Yeah, not very fortunate for them. But Alex is fourth, though, and they're moving below that double line, sending hers. I didn't even know what Halo was. But if the 8 and the 21 gotta get up together if they want to start making some teamwork, maybe on the outside as Dix and Xander's gonna make contact.
Skid marks,
I think I'm gonna see the outside wall. Alright, the 56 made contact with the 29 again. That 29, he just bringing that back. The 29 won Vegas last weekend, but he did not. He did it in a way that caught him. People didn't very like him there on the track here, but he's not racing everybody too clean here, as you can already see some drivers are showing some frustration out on him. Definitely don't want to make enemies quickly, as Rex kind of doing here.
Yeah, it's interesting to see because there's just been so much quarrels between everybody, not just one particular driver, but
Guy, Alex, a bunch of people, but the 20 is now. I didn't realize the 24 Sky is in the lead now. That outside starting to form a little bit. Nope, never mind. 2 cars on the outside will go to the inside lane. As Sky will lead him, coming to 10 to go for stage number 2.
everyone playing the waiting game. Who's going to pull out offline first and try to make that move to the lead? Because it looks like we might have a little bit. Nope.
You never know. We might have
just the way that
might have a team play out here where a bunch of team drivers going to go up to the outside and
yeah, well, if you're looking at someone like Alex, looking at someone
but Barry has stayed pretty much at the back most of this race, so I don't see him working together with the other RCR car. Guy's still in the lead here, followed by Josh. Ooh, we might have some guys moving up to the outside. Nice. We might see those 3 cars. Oh, never mind. Rex. Oh, Rex.
So yeah, a couple of cars into the wall there. No caution yet. Still green.
I do believe Rex got into Xander and Xander got into Sharky. Rex not doing too good here.
Yeah,
He's
well,
2 points away from getting officially flagged from the race, I said.
Yeah, well, we saw what happened last time. He just sort of played the patient game and just waited for his moment, and it eventually came.
Yeah, but he's got 2 more warnings left. He got to play it very smooth, or he's still got a whole another stage of racing. So he's got to play it very calm if he wants to continue racing.
Yep, for sure. So Alex looks like he's going to try to make a move here. No help, though.
He tried to go to that inside, but everyone...
as he comes down on them, he collects Rex and Josh. No caution yet, as they're able to keep it straight, keep it pointed. As Alex is once again sliding. This is what happens when you don't take tires. So he might have just Scarbachi'd himself out of the lead little bunch here for the running, or for the potential to have a stage win. Now,
Alex got hit that outside wall, got weak, and just came down. I don't think it was out of his control. I think Tyra also played a part of that, as you said. as that's gonna leave the pack even more spread out now. No caution is
Yeah.
called.
Three cars looking like they're gonna have a chance to pick up the stage win. It's Sky. It's it's not Alex. Sorry about that. It's Sky. It's Sander. It's Halo. They are not quite too wide yet. Looks like Halo tried to get some help on the outside, but nothing doing. Rex and company are trying to catch up, however, and they're not going to let down quite so easily as we head to 5 to go here in stage number 2. There's not 5 to go. 7.
Guys, look at that. We now have some RCR teamwork here. 21 of Barry and the 8 car of Alex trying to catch up here. I do see them maybe getting on the outside. I haven't seen the 21 and the 8 work together too much. I've mainly been the 8 and the 3, but the 8 car does not have the 3 anymore.
Yeah, not quite.
But I believe Sky's still in the lead. Followed by Josh. If I'm correct. Sorry, followed by Xander, not Josh. And then Halo.
Sky leads, trying to make something happen. Is the 56 on the outside. 54 and 56 might duel as he's going to help here from Rex. They're going to go 2 by 2, maybe coming down the straightaway if they can get that run down the backstretch, or through 3 and 4. And they decide that they're better off just tucking in and playing the waiting game. Coming around for 5 laps to go here in a hectic, interesting, busy stage number 2.
And Xander's gonna go down to the apron, back up. Move there.
Still in line, coming around turns 1 and 2 here. 5 laps to go here in our second stage of the race. Trying to make a move here is the 19, coming down to block Sky. Nose to tail for the first 4, maybe even 5 cars if Alex can catch up there. They're running so tight. Not a single one. Wait, Chicken has the 54 try to block, and he might have just... no, he's able to hold on to it, still with the lead. What a job. There by the 54. Might have just done those Chevrolets in now as we have a clear inside-outside sort of divide with the Toyotas wanting that inside lane, the outside lane controlled by the Chevys.
As now all drivers will inside on that double yellow line, and that with guys, all by Halo.
Toyotas have been incredibly strong all day, maybe even all year, you could say. But it is the 54 dominating this stage. How many points can the 8 pick up, or can the 8 pick up? That's the big question for the entire championship.
The 54 Sky definitely needs those points for the stage points.
So you take a quick look here at your Division 1 point standings. Terry and Alex duking it out. If Alex can get any form of stage points anywhere in the top 3, that would be massive for flipping the tide of this championship. Obviously, with Alex, with Terry going out due to a wrecked car. We head back here to the race.
Alex does not oh my god, caught up to the main pack. Starts
perhaps unable to catch and unable to capitalize as they come down the back straightaway with 3 to go.
As we have some worries in the chat about brake checking 29. That 29 is just, everyone is not very fond of the 29 here out on the track.
But when he has had a chance, he has been very efficient with it. Basically last week at perhaps the second most played like intermediate track with Vegas, and now here at Talladega we hit the line for 2 laps to go in stage number 2. Everyone's still playing the waiting game. Who's gonna move first? Who's gonna make that bold move first? What's the choice here?
We're scrambling. The 54 Sky is gonna go outside. Oh, the 29.
29 gets forced low. 56 is there. Xander is there as they head down the backstretch. Oh, he gets hooked. He gets hooked. No caution.
The 29 gets up into the 56, and the no caution is.
And here
called.
comes Alex. Alex is on the is on the prowl here against the 54 car of Sky. Here they come down the straightaway, coming to the white flag here in stage 2. This has been absolutely magnificent to watch. White flag is in the air for stage number 2.
White flag for stage number 2. Can Sky hold them off?
Maybe, but the real question is, can that tandem hold off the dogs?
Sky looks like he's gonna be able to hang on from that little tandem.
We'll see here. The Sky, big run here for the 8 coming. Is he going to make a move upstairs? No, he's not. He's going to stay in line. Going to try and get him with that expanded racetrack down the front straightaway. Here they come. 5, 6 cars here in the lead pack. Alex, can he make his diversion? He's going to block. He's going to send 2 cars down. He wants those points to try and capitalize on this stage. It's going to be Sky, it looks like. As, yes, it will be Sky. But a big stage for Alex.
The stage
and perhaps
win.
a warning.
That's Sky a lot because Sky really needed those points.
Yeah, big stage win for Sky. Perhaps a bigger win here for, or bigger second place here for Alex. As we'll drag him up here real quick, and we'll see what he had to say about that stage finishing up.
I'm gonna take 2 canes.
Oops, sorry, y'all.
Unintentionally as well.
Hey Alex. Sorry, I tried to drag you up, but just a little bit too spread out. You're here on RSN. Any feelings about finishing stage 2 there, or second in stage 2 there?
I'd like to say I'm getting really frustrated with the way the Toyotas are driving. Same thing every week. 29 just driving like garbage. 54 wrecking her teammate. But it's a second place finish, I guess. I really wish that these guys would, you know, stop racing us like that, and I wouldn't have to race them the way they're racing me. But yeah, you know.
Yeah, it was still mighty impressive. Of course, being only one of 2 RCR cars in the running. When Terry went out there, obviously you were running second in the championship. Was there a bit more of like okay, let's try and make up some points here?
Honestly, I didn't really think too much about that. I'm pretty sure I might have the points lead now.
Yeah.
But I just want to help Terry as much as I can this stage to be a good teammate, and yeah.
With the just let the manufacturer or let the team come first, I suppose.
Exactly.
Well, we'll let you be. But yeah, I believe the server is going to shut down. So yeah, good luck in stage 3.
Thanks.
Oops. Sorry. All right. So we're going to have a server shutdown here. So we'll pause for a few minutes here. You're watching RSN. Your stage 2 winner is Phil.
Interrupt our program to bring you this important message. Interrupt our program to bring you this.
I love refrigerators. Last year, I hit 46 home runs.
I hit 460 dingers.
I struck out 156 hitters.
Well, I struck out 12,000 hitters.
Wait, what?
It's easy with MLB The Show. Make your baseball dreams come true. Now on PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You know, I could have been a two-way player.
Whatever you say, coach.
Rated E for everyone.
There's something about a park. The swings. There's something about a park. The swings, the slides, the dogs. You can throw your food and wear it proudly.
Back live here at Talladega. As we have completed stage number 2 with Phil just beating out Alex. And we're going to be waiting here after the server shutdown for everything to get back sent. So we'll go back to commercials and get you back when we start running again.
Interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
And there you have it. McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. This isn't just another chicken sandwich. No, it's more than that. It's the crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. It's the juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. It's the tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich. You'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich. Introducing McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwiches.
There's something about a park. The swings, the slides, the dogs. You can throw your food and wear it proudly. It's where showing off is encouraged, even if it doesn't always work out.
So, you in?
Wow! It is showtime!
I love refrigerators.
Subway has so much new, I couldn't fit it all in the last ad.
Yep. So let me finish this. There's new hickory smoked bacon, fresh mozzarella, smashed avocado. You know what? There's a lot. But it all makes a better footlong.
Can I get a word in?
Sure. Take the tagline.
Because you got to refresh to be fresh.
It's the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway, and they're refreshing everything from how they make it to how they bake it to how they bring it to you.
This new turkey Cali Fresh is incredible. Do you even eat bread? Steph, it's a commercial.
Still under red flag conditions here at Talladega after 83 of 132 laps, awaiting the start of stage 3. We'll be right back. I'll be right back, rather. In what has been such a eventful race, we're almost basically halfway through it. still waiting. The command to go back green. As everyone's trying to get sorted out as we get the message from race control. Race will resume at 8:38. So there you go. Let's see if we can grab ourselves a fill. Hey Phil.
Howdy.
This is Alec or Nerbs up in the RSCRA or RSN booth. You got us.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear, Alex Nerb.
Alex Nerb, miss. No, no, but congrats on the stage 2 win. Obviously the Toyotas have been dominant here today.
Wrong guy.
Oh wait, I got the wrong guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sky's going across the finish line.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all good.
You know what? I'm just preempting you for the win.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, we had the wrong person.
Yeah, I had the wrong person. My fault.
Sky.
No.
You got us?
No, he's muted. No, he doesn't have us.
What a hectic stage 2 win. Stage 2 that was you got the stage 1. How did that's little wreck there with you and Terry play out?
Oh god, I felt so bad for about that. During the red flag, I went over and tried talking things out. Apologize to him. When we went 3 wide, I didn't know we were 3 wide, and I knew I had to get back in the draft. So I went to move down, and someone was there, and all hell broke loose.
Yeah, it really did. You know, there was a lot that went on that stage. I think with the big wreck that took out a couple of cars, did that sort of set the tone for the rest of the stage? Was there like a mutual okay, let's calm down a little bit and try and get back, just get to the line?
Yeah, I'd say somewhat a little bit, but after that, me and my team were a bit more focused for sure on just riding it out, because we looked at the laps and we're like, oh, we still got like 20 to go, and we just saw 2 cars going to the catch fence.
Yeah.
Let's just ride this thing out until the end.
Yeah, and then obviously the Toyotas, the TRDs, and the JGR cars have been just really cooperative all race. Is that just planned? Or are y'all basically saying, hey, we're on different teams, but manufacturer loyalty comes first?
Yeah, it's no, it's planned. We're all trying to work together. Joe Gibbs sees TRD at these super speed races. We see them basically as the same team. They're no us, and we're just all trying to work together and make sure at least one of us wins. So.
Well, we appreciate your time, and best of luck coming down here into this final stage. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Sky, your stage 2 winner, the actual stage 2 winner, as we are just about ready to get back going here from Talladega. Just about a minute until we roll off again. Pull Sharky down into the Gibbs chat. I don't know if he wants to be there or not. Pretty sure he wanted to be there though. So yes, there we go. Message from race control is the session is back green. We're gonna have Dog drive the pace car back out, and we'll get their reading of who won what. On the inside, after winning the stage, your stage. Oh wait, no, never mind. 29 and 4 on the inside row. In the 54 car. The 8. The rest of the lineup being sorted out by race control. I don't think quite the order that they have the end of the stage. I think it might just be for pits or something along those lines. Stage 2. Of course, back in the running here is Terry and Slot. Victims of that big wreck. As everyone gets rolling again, we're ready to start this final stage of action here from Talladega. Pace car coming now. I think they're passing through pit road just to make sure everyone knows their speed, getting it calibrated again with the new server. Yep, there you go, down the pit road. Words are hard. Getting their speed calibrated and back out. Back out, so we should be going green this time. We actually finally have a pace car driver, so no more VSCs, hopefully. I don't want to jinx anything, but it looks like we are good for the rest of the race with an actual human behind the pace car. As yes, green this time. Pace car makes his hard left once again. Everybody in order, in line. It's going to be Phil and Rex leading them to the stripe here to get stage number 3 off and running. Into the M&M's restart zone they go. Back green at Talladega. A little bit of a bouncing in the back there. Looks like between Terry is, yes, Terry's in the wall. Terry into the wall. Caution stays pocketed, but now with Terry on his lid, they might have to call a caution. Nothing yet, though. Nope, still nothing. So immediately behind the 8 ball goes Terry if this one decides to stay green for the rest of the running. As there's a pass-through for somebody. Somebody has a pass-through. We'll have to see what race control clarifies. It looks like it was Alex, so maybe not the big advantage, or the biggest advantage in the world, with him wrecking it for this championship bout. It's been a good one though, as Phil and Sky take the lead. with... Oh, I'm sorry about that. It's not counting Rex's laps. He crossed the stripe first there, but no indication that he's leading. Try to see if it fixes itself next lap. Take a look here with Xander. Still doesn't fix it, so something is wrong with that car. Terry is not being scored properly right now. Or Rex is not being scored properly right now. Out back though. I'm sure it will be a non-issue if Terry, or if Rex can cruise home to the victory, but if it's close, then issues will start to emerge with those cars. That Toyota dominance seems to be broken up a little bit with those incidents. There's only 3 running in this top, 4 running in this top little pack here. Not all 6, the other 2 sort of lagging behind. What has become now a very intriguing set of laps here. They've kept it clean, kept it green, I think is the big part. But what a catastrophic day at the office if you are a member of Childress Racing. Obviously, you have Terry go out early in stage 2. You have Terry go out in stage 2 and then flip over with no caution here in stage 3. And then you have a weak, not necessarily weak, but just underperforming effort here from, what's his name? The 21 car. I believe he's being in a substitute role, but from Barry. And then the 8 car gets a penalty. So just a terrible start to this final stage. If you are the owner of those racing machines. The 56 gets loose here. He's all the way to the bottom and hits the wall. He's tagged the wall. I'm going to try and find this pack here. As, once again, this Toyota dominance begins to get reasserted. 1 car in this lead pack is not a Toyota. Maybe 2 if Xander can catch up, but after a very bad backstretch for him, he's now put behind his own mountain to climb, and it might be a Prometheus type task with no real end as the 19 and or the 29 and the 4 go at it here. Phil and Terry, as Phil and Rex, as Rex begins to get scored again. They begin to duke it out here down the Alabama Game Super Stretch. As they're going to send it maybe 3 wide. Not quite. But the big loser there is Rex.
Phil currently leading up Rex. Guy far behind and outside forming the 2 car slow. Side with absolutely no help. Probably going to the outside. He has a gap. He could be Sharky there. Can't.
All 6 Toyotas up to the top here.
The Toyota outside pack has just been very strong tonight.
I mean, we mentioned it that these Toyotas were going to work together. They spoke to Sky and said, hey, listen, we're just one big team at these plate tracks.
Yeah. Just trying to help each other get the win here. Looks like too loud. You're right there, Talladega.
Yeah, still a decent chunk of this final stage to go. So obviously, no one's really pushing the issue quite yet. But I wonder at what point they're going to say, "Hey, we need to get going." What's the lap of no return here? That'll be interesting to see what these guys decide is that point.
So still in the outside line, followed by Sky. Anybody make the move inside? Very hard to do without help.
Yeah, I'd say nearly impossible if you don't have a guy pushing you, giving you a bit of a bump. We've seen most of the bumps come down the front stretch, which could be very interesting. Guys saying, hey, it's time to go, right out of turn 4. Is the thrust enough, though? So we're going to cross the line here. Oh, as the 16's around, he's going to flip. So the 16 car flips, but he
16 is
and it caused a caution. It's a single car caution, which is very strange for the RSCRA, as they're going to race down to the line. Rex going to look for anywhere, but he thought he didn't have a chance. Is it going to be Sky and Rex? They're going to be side by side to the line. Sky edges him out after just knocking off. I believe that was the 4 car of Phil.
Phil goes into the pace car, then to the inside wall. That is not good.
It looked like it was about to be a 3-way battle there, but it was a hard left by Sky, right into him. And I wonder if there's maybe a penalty for that, for not just being involved in the wreck, but also just for the crash, and then also for skipping across the grass. Yes, there you go, the 54. He's to slow down, as it's hard to on the banking. Everyone's getting sorted out. Pits are open this time by.
So people, I see the whole field right here.
It's early-ish in the stage. There's a long green flag run. This really benefits 2 people. It benefits really the whole stable at Richard Childress Racing, who had been just snake bit there towards the end of that run with Terry flipping, and then the penalty had to be served by the 8 car. So just a really good turn of events here, as everyone's going to roll out pit lane. It's going to be Sky still holding on to the lead.
Josh, 6 Xander. That'll be Rex. Sorry. As Paul has been double up on the back.
As you get to see my pretty face. Everybody filing up here, ready for a restart. As a reminder from Pace or Race Control that yes, this is a choose coneless race.
And choosing, we have a double filed packing. We're getting ready back. Currently lap number 4. Where drivers know that we are entering on final laps. He's gonna take sharp turn. Sky and Josh will.
Toyota's once again controlling the field as we head to the restart zone.
Let's go racing.
Back green here in stage number 2. Everyone gets away decently. So would be debating. Outside lane seems to be working. We have seen Rex just absolutely fall in love with that outside lane throughout the season. Seems like whenever he's starting up there, he's guaranteed to gain at least one position.
Toyota car is definitely another one. But Josh in the 20 car, currently followed by Rex. We've seen tonight that both lanes, all lanes, could be very, very very good. Depends how you use it, how many cars are on it. But heck, we've even
Oh, there's a little bit of a spinner there. I believe that. Oh, it's a flipper too. Is that on fire? I can't tell if that's on fire or not, but yeah, it was just out of my flame of view as people are still flipping over here at Talladega. Caution definitely out after that freak incident as the 20 car.
Back on track.
As the 29 does not finish. There you go. So something was wrong with that 29 car, Rex.
I think they've allowed the 3 car of Terry to be back in the race.
Yeah, it was the end of the stage. That was yeah. So both the 4. I want to see what happened. If there is actually something wrong with Rex's car. He's out, but it looks like his car was indeed on fire as it hit the catch fence. As I want to try and get close, but there's no cars around him. As yes, it looks like his car has been cleared and his day will be done.
And Rex is on fire.
Yeah, it was Rex. So he's out of this race.
I do not mean any offense to Rex, but I can see a lot of drivers smiling from that.
Another big wreck. This one is overall beneficial for the Toyotas now, or for the Chevrolets, as honestly now the battle between like the strength of numbers might be just about even. You have 3-4 cars that are Fords and Chevys, and then now 5 Toyota cars in the running. So everything just came back to equal, and here we are. Pits are going to be closed now. Pits are closed, and they're being told to double up here. 21 car in substitution for Chris. It's Barry leads the field here at Talladega as they begin to form up, with the message from race control being green this lap.
Pace car taking that sharp left turn.
Everybody getting ready here to go back racing here. You go at Talladega as the green flag is back out. It's going to be Barry in substitution leading the lap. There's just a mess of cars there. It's 3. I thought I saw 4 wide for a moment.
He's going to get a good restart. He's going to be able to pull away just a tad bit.
Everybody just wanting to play the long game. Is immediately falling back here is Barry. Toyota's on the inside. 54, 19, 4, and 16.
Big wide for second here, coming to turn number 2 and 3. Cars are far down here.
Yeah, but that side draft's really going to screw him over as he falls way back.
Oh, we got some contact here.
And just back into line he goes. There's a car, I believe it's the 20 of Josh, having to come in for something. As once again, Alex and Terry back into the running. Terry, in fact, second place, leading that outside pack, but it is falling away just a little bit. Which we sort of expected it as, ooh, a little bit into the wall. Had some of those other cars. 56 is around. He's got to be able to hold on to it down onto the apron. Extremely well done. On his front. But everyone's sort of calming down. Even though they're running too wide, it's two calm trains. And as soon as I say that, the 19 comes down and wrecks everybody.
Talk about jinxing.
Commentator's curse is real. Caution's out for the Lord knows time today, as the race to the line will be run by Sky. Alex comes third behind his second, or behind Phil.
19, get the warning.
Yeah, warning for the 19.
That is Halo.
Yeah, a couple of cars.
As Halo goes spinning.
Yeah, they got hooked there by the 8.
Sorry about that.
Just past lap 100 in the triple digits here at Talladega. About 33 laps left of this running. It's been a eventful race. A lot of cautions, a lot of flips. 3 DNFs for either stage or race.
Fire. Rex, Slaw, and Terry.
Terry and Slot came in laps. There's stages too.
Guy's gonna stay out.
A couple of people staying out. I don't know what the exact window is, but I'd assume that they're getting close. So no reason to say, or no reason to not try and stretch, as the great ex-White Sox great ex-White Sox commentator would say, stretch that fuel just a little bit longer.
These drivers only got to stretch 31 more laps of be the money stop right here.
We've had some quick pit stops anyway, so as 19 get to, or it's not 19, 16.
The 2 cars stay out before of Sky and 50 of those are definitely at a disadvantage because Pack will have more fuel and better tire wear than both the drivers.
Yeah, but we've seen that tire wear doesn't really matter.
Tire wear doesn't matter. But actually, it could matter a little bit. You see what happened there with Alex. Car hit the wall there. Car kind of came down, caused a little wreck for the caution laps. Portions.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot to talk about here in the media crowds. We get the green this time, post-race. And I don't think that there's a single person here that you can say is a clear-cut favorite. Obviously, your stage winners have looked sharp as whoa guys, whoa. Xander goes around. They might call this off here. Xander is leading the outside line.
I think they might be able to keep it. I think they're going to green.
Yeah, they will. Wow. Good on them.
Pace car taking a sharp left turn. 54 and the 56 will lead him off.
Everyone gets organized again. Maybe one car straggling off. Yep, it's Josh. As green's out, as a lot of just. Oh man.
Pack gets bunched up. The 90. Oh, we're 3 wide. They're very close together.
3 wide underneath a blank. It was like 3 in 1 lane there. Holy cow. 4 wide, or sorry, inside line is 4 rows deep. Everyone else doesn't really have much help. You're going 3 wide out back.
4 car walking here.
Cars.
Everyone going to the inside, leaving the 50. Xander on the outside with no help. Probably drop back unless somebody comes. Never mind.
Oh, 8 cars around. No. Big championship blow. Implications there for the 8 car. He's going to be able to get up fired again. No caution as the 56 gets a penalty. He's going to have to drive through now.
That's not going to be good for him. It looks like Alex tried to come up to possibly help the 56, but no, he just got into him.
Indeed he did.
As the 54 Sky will continue to
Yeah, Xander's running P7 right now, so we'll be falling back a little bit more. But huge implications after gaining all of these stage points. Alex now falling back behind Terry, not just in the race, but perhaps in the driver's standings as we know it. I think he took the lead after stage 2, but immediately giving it back.
See that inside lane working here. Will we have any changes to the outside? It's very likely. We've had a lot of lane changes during this race. It's very easy to change a lane for a whole lane to change another lane here. So
hooking. It's Terry. Terry's hooked out. He's around. I think he caught another car though. This is gonna bring out a caution. Big caution here at Talladega. Sky and Phil racing back with Halo, perhaps, as Terry now only hitting his first warning, of course, maybe with a little bit of a grain of salt after missing so much of the race. Oh yeah, there you go. Waved off that warning there. It's gonna be a tight race back as the 19 gets a warning now, so hang on.
The 19 gets a 3 out of 3, and he will serving a penalty.
Hey, look, Sky gets loose, but he's gonna be able to hang on. I think it's gonna be a drag race, but he goes.
Every person in the field has gotten a penalty tonight. Except Phil. I don't think Phil's got a penalty, and I don't think Barry has gotten one.
Yeah, there's been a lot of comers and goers, as there is most nights in the RSCRA. Perhaps some of the best, most chaotic racing here in row racing. Caution's out again. Pit lane should go open this
For
time.
probably the 47th time, drivers as the pack slowing down for the pace car. As it looks like they won't be pitting. So Pap will be doubling up here. I think the tire wear is making it hard to have traction up on the track here. Possibly.
Down pit road. Comes only a few people. Oh wait, no, never mind. Comes the pace car. Sorry, I stepped away there for a second. But we're gonna go green this time. It looks like.
And we are green. Comes to the green flag. Green flag.
Yep, green flag out. With 27 to go here at Talladega. There you go. He gets the message from race control to serve the drive-through penalty.
As everyone is on the side.
Yeah, it's just a big game to follow the leader right now. Everyone wants to put themselves in the optimal position, but when you don't have anyone coming with the drive... Oh, is a spinner. I couldn't see who that was. Looks like it's it looks like it's slot, but because nobody there's no takers. Every time someone steps out of line, it's like, well.
And the 21 of Barry will get a second warning. Drivers, oh, Sky making contact with that outside wall.
54 leads the pack. A couple of Toyotas, as once again, that's that Alex Terry connection once again at work, even in the back. It has been. There's a lot of words to describe this race. But
I do think we could start making race predictions for race.
I think we could get one of these Childress cars finding their way to victory lane. As though, speaking of which, they go 3 wide here, but they've just been so tight all race. I think they're able to keep it clean. They have a chance to win it if they can just stay together. I think while there is a strength in numbers benefit with these Toyotas, they have a harder time getting together, whereas if it's just these 2 cars, they can run right next to each other.
Yeah.
Everyone slotting down. This lead pack of 6 contains, I want to say, 4 Toyotas and a couple of Chevys. Toyota, Chevy, Toyota, Chevy, Toyota. As, oh, look at this. Terry's going to make his move to the bottom. He's going to challenge the 54 Sky for the race lead. They're not going to be able to get there. But he might be able to cause a little bit of panic in the Toyota camp and get this this sort of group scrambled.
They're, as they said before, they're one team, and they're gonna. I think they're definitely gonna help each other to try and get the win. Depending on who's up in the lead. Terry currently with no help. I think I see maybe Alex coming down the inside to help him. I mean, all throughout this race, Alex has been with.
Oh, there he goes. He slots up.
Yeah. All this race, Alex has been with 3-car. I wonder if that's a team plan or team strategy. As Phil almost moving down to that inside, possibly.
I don't even know if it's a strategy thing more than it is just an indicator of performance. The Childress cars just have not been there today.
They're probably doing it because there's only 3 cars that make up the Richard Childress racing team today here at Talladega.
Yeah, one of them's sort of been a non-factor.
20 laps.
Lap 111. Cars now 3 on the outside. Nope, 4 on the outside. Maybe even 5 if Alex can get up there. But beginning to sort of get a little hectic and see what moves are there. Just taking a look at it, not really committing to anything, but when we hit about 20 to go, I think that's when things will start to get a little crazy.
Yes.
Oh, it's a 20. It's Josh who spun. He's flipped. Oh my goodness, he's over the fence. Josh is over the fence. It's a caution. Now, there is a rule for being in the catch fence, but I don't know about being in the infield. We'll see what decides to shake out here.
His car is fine. I do not know.
His car's fine. There might be a penalty for an unsafe pit entrance or something. But he went on a little bit of a ride. A little bit of a race back here between Halo and Slot.
Alright, folks, we're coming in. 20 laps remaining.
Slat just lost out. Less than a 1/10 of a second separating those two. I think it was about 7/10. 7/100. So. Well, now we are definitely in the window where if you pit, you'll be able to make it the rest of the way home. As everyone except for the pace car goes down pit road. For what could perhaps be the final stop of the day. We start with 19 laps left here at Talladega. It's been a absolutely busy race with comers, goers, leaders, followers. But now, this point in the race, who's coming?
Fires and cautions. Tempers flaring mid-race is now the final 20 laps. Drivers know it, and I do predict that these drivers are going to get pretty antsy, and we might see some more cautions. But boy, oh boy, it's been a very exciting race. Final 20 laps come down to marbles.
And here we go. Pace car turning off. We are ready to go. And look who's on the outside. It's Terry and Alex as we're going to roll through the M&M's restart zone. Green's in the air at Talladega.
Back in. Does 54 make the block? Oh, Josh. 56 goes to the outside. Cars are all over the place. The 40 and
20 and the A3 looks like they got sold out on. Nope, here comes the 8. Never mind. Second, I thought the 20 or the 3 car may have gotten sold out by his boy when Alex dropped back into line. But nope, there they are, Terry and Alex, once again adjoined at the hip, coming down the front stretch once again after lap 114.
That outside lane is starting to fail here, as that inside's starting to become more dominant. No, I take that back. Outside lane's making a quick comeback, powering that lane. Still will be that outside lane. Josh gonna stay in the inside lanes. Have 3 cars with him. I apologize. Oh,
Commandeer, they're bumping. They are bumping back behind. They've been just absolutely on edge all race. As
4 on the wall there.
Looks like the 3 car's going to try and insert himself into the middle lane. We have 3 separate lanes beginning to form themselves here at Talladega. Less than 20 to go. Across the line, it's Phil Still.
Smart move here. Staying in the middle pack. Middle lane, sorry. What's that? That inside's trying to dominate the
Josh now, bumping here from Sky.
Oh, 54. Sky's bumping everybody.
They're 3 wide for the lead. 3 wide for the lead. It's the 20, the 4, the 3 of Terry. One Stewart or one Chevrolet. He's being pushed by his teammate though. As there's 4 Toyotas, it looks like the Toyotas are gonna have it off the corner.
As we got cars all over the place here, middle lane, outside and inside lane. He's packed. 2 car in the middle, nowhere to go. He's gonna try and go down to the 19s there. Forced to stay in the middle pack. Or for the voice.
Still 3 wide. It looks like 2 by 3, maybe separated by a couple of 2 wide action. Still, point stands. They are not giving an inch. Now they're finally saying, hey, Let's calm down a little bit. 16 car, the only one that hasn't decided to make up their mind as we head into perhaps the most pivotal portions of this race. It's Josh leading. On his outside is Terry. They are just absolutely having at it tonight. Cars looking to get any clearances. There's bumping. They're bumping again. This time they're going to go 3 wide for P2. 3 wide, 1954 from the outside to in. 2 wide, or 3 wide behind him again for fourth. This is just fantastic racing here towards the end of the final stage.
Four wide here at Talladega.
Barely 4 wide. And it's not even for a leading position. It's for like P7. This has been fantastic.
That we have less than to go, but these drivers, you don't want another fire here. Josh.
I think they might be cruising for one here.
Oh, the 16. 16 gets antsy. He's going to come back. We have a
cautions out. But Terry, here comes Terry with the bush. There's cautions everywhere. Is Terry going to beat him out? He is. Caution comes out, but the 16 gets himself a penalty. Oh my, so here comes Terry and Alex out of nowhere after being nowhere for the whole race. Cautions and all that stuff. And here he is, leading the race. Oh man. Just the stick-to-itness in the Childress camp. I don't have instant replay quite available yet, y'all, but that was B1 that is definitely worthy of an instant replay. And just everything is going wild right now. Here comes the pace car off of 4. No one's coming into pit here. Maybe a couple of the stragglers out back, but it is going to be 1, 2 for the Childress cars. Gonna go green this time, so that means that we will have 12 laps left. You go back racing here, and wow, I'm telling you, you could be in for something special here tonight. Double file is the command from the race control as we get straddled in here to go racing it for the win at Talladega. We'll have 12 laps to go.
12 to go, baby. Could be exciting one, definitely. I do see the drivers probably wrecking. Might pull a big wreck.
Coming to the stripe, yeah.
You've
seen how much they've wanted it just for a stage win, let alone for the win itself.
I do see a big crash comes to the line for the end of the race. I do believe the pace car will be taking a sharp left turn.
Look at the 21 though. The 21 has come out of nowhere to hold the lead. This might be a strategy call from up top at Childress.
Oh, never mind. They're not.
Yes, they are. They're going through the grass. No splitter on those boys as they head to the restart zone for what might be the final time tonight. Green flag, and there was definitely some coordination there to let the 8 car drop in as Alex now slots behind the 3 car of Terry. They are
comes the 4-car.
Oh, the 4-car got a better jump though. So maybe you should bite my tongue there as Terry pulls away.
3. They're jostling up that inside pack. Now very organized here. Never mind. Speak of the devil, the 19 tries to make a move in the 8, but it's not there. The 3 on the with absolutely no help.
16 being told to drive through here. There's not going to be much of an opportunity for him to do it here because of this where he is on track. They're jockeying and jostling. 11 to go here at the stripe. It's Terry, and look who's back at it. Alex is once again pushing him on the inside. Hit the line, 11 to go. Take a look there, that sort of panoramic view down into the first corner. Big move for the inside or for the outside, and coming up to block is Terry. He's looking to get some revenge or some vengeance for that stage 2 DNF and to stay firmly at the top of the standings.
Terry leading us here with coming to 10 laps to go here at Talladega Superspeedway. Phil trying to make that outside lane work, but it's not enough.
Spinner, it's the 54. 54's around, a caution is out as a flipper. I believe that was Halo on his dome, maybe a slot. No, but everyone seems to be alive still. As we have a caution with 9 to go, partner. So let's try to map this one out. So right now we have 9 to go at the stripe. We'll probably have 8 to go if. Oh no, they're gonna say, hey, we're gonna try and get this back running. So it will be 8 to go. Or 9 to go, sorry. When we hit green flag running again. In the home stretch. At what has been, or what has felt like the one race all year where Terry has not been particularly strong, but he has a chance to win it now.
We might see some strategy call with the RCR.
Yeah, they're in a bad position to do that though, because of they're sort of diagonal.
Get restart so we can get with Terry.
Yeah, there he goes. He's gonna be able to drop down. Terry gave up his lead to get with him though. So yes, they are very clearly making a strategy plan. As there is 4 Chevrolets at the bottom here, or 4 Chevrolet Fords at the bottom here, with one trying to get into the wake here. We're right on board here with Barry. Right along with Barry, rather. These are critical moments for this race as we head now into the final stretch. 7 or 8 to go at the line. When are they going to make the move? Oh! He got hooked by the 8 car! And 2 is flipping. There is teammate catastrophe here at Talladega. Alex hooks Terry. Oh, man. I'm sure there will be words exchanged at RCR camp tomorrow morning if Terry cannot come home with good points finish. It looks like everyone's alright. Terry gets put into the thing as slot. It's rolling again. Just what a snake bit day for those two. They have made it up. They have gone back down. They have made it up again. And just in time for them to have a very bad turn of fortune right at the very end. We'll have 7 to go at the stripe. Oh, wait, maybe not. Pits are open. apologize if there's any mic interference there. I was just just messing with my boom arm, trying to get it into the good spot, to where I can just absolutely scream towards the end of this race, as it looks like will be the case.
Looks like Alex. Alex, Halo, Xander, Berries.
Yeah, something like that. Well, it has been one hell of a race. I'll put it that way. And if you thought it was any indication of how this race is gonna play out here in the final laps, you would be wrong, just because of how hectic these plate tracks get. I mean, if you think it's chaotic for the first 125 laps, just wait till you get to the final 10.
Double filing up here. Looks like Josh will be leading us.
Yep, they're going to get ready to fire him up here off of turn 4. We'll have 6 at the stripe here from Talladega Superspeedway. Pace cars off. Here we go from Talladega. Perhaps the final restart of the night. So we are slotting up, still trying to get formed. And it looks like everyone's making their bed.
Alex and sorry.
Yeah, Alex and Terry, they've said, hey, we're going to live together and die together. Maybe a little bit of team orders at play there, as it is now a Toyota Pony Show and that JTG Jordy car of the 56. They come around.
Josh get the win. I don't believe Josh has a win in the Cup Series this season far.
And the 20 car in the 4 leading your race, but there's a little bit of pushing here from Halo. We're going to have 5 laps to go at the stripe. They're going to get very antsy now. You can see there basically no lift here as the 54 is going to make his move. Or not. He's just going to say, hey, I'm still thinking about it. But that time to think might be time to act coming up here.
Final laps here coming to... final laps, yeah, 5 to go.
Only one real straggler right now. It's the 2 car. Outside seems to be for lane, and look who's caught up once again. It's Terry and Alex. They're sitting back right now, but they just waiting to pounce. They might be hoping that, hey, if these guys want it as bad as we do, they're going to kill each other for it.
Coming to 4 laps to go. Josh holding Phil off with all he got. Phil could easily...
Coming to stripe. 4 to go.
4 car coming to... trying to move sides. Stay with Josh. This pack is now right bunched up. 56 of Xander.
Yeah, where did Xander come from in all of this? He had a good little middle run, but now once again with the chance to take the win. If you can get a little bit of help though. Now Richard Childress Racing as they're wrecking. It's a 21 car coming down into some of the RCR cars. No. Are they going to keep it green? They will. They're going to hold it green as he's flipping now. So single car flip, no caution. We're going to have 3 to go at the stripe. And now the caution comes out. So we will be heading to overtime here at Talladega. And oh man, how will this play out? A couple of Toyotas at the front all the way back to P4. And
time.
It's going to be a not quite shared row, but these RCR guys also have a shot at this. Nobody quite out of this. But we will have 2 laps to settle it when we get back racing green here in RSCRA overtime. Boom, boom. Get your air horns and things of that sort out here.
Yeah, real.
Here, let's just run that back.
Pace car coming out as the field is getting ready to overtime, I believe.
It's NASCAR overtime. I'll stop that. Okay, let's get serious. Pace car's off. Here we go. Overtime. 2 laps to settle it.
All the marbles comes to this.
They're rolling again here at Talladega. Terry gets a good jump. He's going to try and use all of the track that he has available to him to push Sky on the inside, and it looks like it's going to work. Sky immediately to the lead. He's controlling the point on the bottom. Up top, it's controlled by Josh. In the middle, a single car, it looks like, of Alex. No real reason to have teammates right now. Sacrificing your track position to get with a teammate this late would be a bit of self-suicide. They still run quite together. Couple of wild cards here in this inside pack. Them that have not really had a real shot today, with the Toyotas just absolutely dominating. Will have one more chance to make a move as they're wrecking out back. But they throw the white flag. We're going to have a caution, and they did not get to the white flag, so we will do it again at Talladega. Oh my goodness.
What?
I am out of water.
I'm out of words. And
I found more water. So I don't think they got to the white flag. They threw the white flag, but they never.
Was called before the white flag.
They threw the white flag on the Scortron, at least on the Chiron, but they never got there. They never properly took the white flag. So there's no indication to say, hey, we're not going to just stack up and do it again.
Coming to overtime.
OT number 2. Or it's actually OT number 1. Just because the way that everything played out. So here we go. Coming to the restart zone. Once again, couple of Chevrolets nose to tail on the outside. They have a chance to actually win this race.
Coming to the green flag. Attempt 1.
First attempt at overtime here as they all roll away. Terry, not quite good as there's a single car spinning out back. Let's see if they call a caution for it. No, they will not. So now they have to contend with this Toyota train at the bottom, as everyone's going to try and follow to the bottom of the track and try to get somebody to work with. Right now, the only car really in a shot to win on the outside is Terry. And if anyone's going to play ball with him, and play with the boss, play with the big man, as he now decides to go, hey, I'll step to the bottom too. It's currently Terry running away with it from everybody else as they head into turns 3 and 4. Quite calm as they head down the inside for one more lap here at Talladega.
Or be able.
Oh, if there's a spinner, it's the 19. He's going to be a single car accident, though, so they're going to hold it green, I think. The leader took the white flag for sure. It's Sky. Right now is Xander, Phil, Terry, all of these guys, including Sharky, up to even Alex, not quite Alex, but Josh is probably the last guy that really has a chance at winning this. So a 6-car pack, all of which have a chance for the lead. The 4-car can make a move, or can't make a move that is super aggressive. He risks getting a penalty right now. Well, is anyone going to try for it right now coming out of turn, or coming into turns 3 and 4? Nothing yet. Still holding on. Terry's going to say, hey, anyone wants to come with me? No. 56 said, hey, maybe. They can't decide right now. They hit each other. And he's going to flip. He's going to flip around. It looks like Sky's going to be able to bring this one home. As, oh, there's cars on fire. Someone's going to fall just short of even finishing the race. And now it is going to be Sky who takes the win. Hey now, hey now, hey now. What a race.
Oh my goodness gracious. Xander is on fire after a final lap. Oh my goodness.
What a finish. I'm sure there is going to be plenty to talk about tomorrow morning. Plenty to talk about in the fast lane, but right now the unofficial result is that we have a race winner in Sky. He is yet to get out of his car, so we hope he's alright. I just hope Junior's alright. Yes, there he is. So I think oh, he's still stuck in his car.
Please, I think somebody's gotta check up on that 56. Somebody get Xander out of that car.
Oh, and now the 54 is doing burnouts. Even though he had
I hope Xander's okay after that massive wreck.
He's still in his car.
He's just standing on his car, like nothing happening.
Meanwhile, there's burnouts happening, and I don't think he knows that the driver's still in his car. But it's part of the job, part of the description, to just sort of drive. And
I love how Xander's just standing on the car like he's perfectly fine.
no, that's not Xander. Xander's still in his car.
What? Somebody get Xander out of this car.
Still in his car. Driver's being to head over to pit road, but we're gonna stay with Xander. He's on fire, literally.
As we wait for indication as
Yeah, for any indication. I feel bad for laughing, but
yeah, I feel bad for Xander. I will now proceed to the post-race.
are they all filing up over there? I'm still waiting for any word on Xander, bro.
They're just standing on his car.
I hope Xander's all right.
My boy Xander's alright in that car.
And he's finally out. There's a scary
Thank
incident.
you, boy.
So
Xander, I think Xander deserves major props for staying on the car on fire.
I mean, I think he literally might be like the reincarnation of Jesus. Right there.
Hopefully he's not like. I think he might need.
He needs to eat some chocolate chip right there after that.
Already got my little list of questions for each driver here. Die. Okay. Question sheet.
All right. Still waiting for people to file in here to the post-race availability session after a hectic race at Talladega.
Boy, Xander got absolutely just. I think Xander's the Roblox cheese for driving that.
Still waiting for everyone to get back.
Yep.
Get into the corral. Alright, if we are, if everyone's in here and is ready to go, we can,
Ready to start post-race interviews.
yeah, we can begin our questions. First of all, Sky, congrats on the win. A very, I don't want to say tame last couple of laps there, but certainly, I think they filed up a lot easier than you might have expected. What was going on in your head as you came to the stripe?
That I finally won. Pretty much it. Just the last few laps there, I was hoping my teammates would push me in. I didn't know if they were gonna jump out or not, depending who it was. And I have no clue how tame it was behind me. Like, I was just looking straight ahead and holding my wheel straight, trying to.
I'd like to ask a question. How did strategy play for you here in Talladega?
Was that directed to me? Cut out.
How was your team strategy for JGR? How'd that play out for you?
Strategy pit wise, there wasn't a whole lot of strategies, just more so pit when we felt like it, pit together for the most part. But on the track strategy, our plan was just work together a bunch, and I feel like we accomplished that one pretty well, staying together, making sure all of us were up there as much as possible.
Okay. If you don't mind.
Floor's open to everyone.
Yeah. If anybody has questions for Scott.
Alright, I guess I'll ask the next one. Even though Sky won, the man of the hour seems to be Xander after that miraculous crash. You spent a little bit of time in that car. Is everything alright? Are all your bones in place?
Everything's holding together, you know. Just needed some bonding time with the car.
Yeah.
Felt it was the right one.
I know they call Romain Grosjean the Phoenix. You might have to be, so that's taken, but you might have to be like the Firebird or something like that. That was incredible.
Yeah, it was definitely a wild ride for sure.
In all seriousness, I'd like to ask a question for Zen. Did you possibly try and merge work together with RCR, considering there was no JTG Cup drivers present at the race?
That was basically the whole plan, was work with every Chevy, didn't matter what team you were on, because we automatically knew we were going to be outnumbered for this race. We might as well gather every car we had up and put the best foot forward on that.
I can see that.
I have a question for Xander as well. So Xander, on the final lap or whatever lap that incident happened, what was going on in your mind while was that happening and after it was happening?
While it was happening, holy shit. After it was happening, kind of fucked up a little bit, but it was alright. Just I knew the move I made was and wasn't good, but
how do you feel about how you drove today during the race?
it's about 1,000% better than most average races, I'd say, although it is a super speedway race, and that means anybody's chances to win is just about even, depends. But definitely the best race I've had all season in terms of overall performance through the field, leading laps, which I did a few of that, but honestly it was pretty alright.
Did you think you were gonna win the race, like, and at all whatsoever?
To be honest, I've never had good luck with Talladega. I've always gotten top 5, bottom of that top 5, if not worse than that. So I've never had a good strategy foot forward into Talladega, but based on where I was running there on the last lap, I knew if I could have gotten around second place there, I could have had a shot and pushing Sky up out of the way, and maybe edging him out again for the almost fourth time I visited a super speedway.
Question for Terry. Late in the race, you had a chance. It felt like you were like right there for the win. And I think you guys definitely the RCR guys definitely were trying to stick together. But was that little last lap move there with Xander, was that a communicated thing, or was that sort of just, hey, I see this guy going up, I'm gonna try and react?
Well, I was telling Xander, I mean, well, first of all, no, that was not planned. That was definitely not planned at all. But I was telling Xander, take every shot you got, and he went for it. We kind of got stacked up there. That is no one's fault. I haven't actually seen a replay yet, so I don't know whose fault it would be. I don't know if it's anyone's. I don't know, but yeah, we just kind of stacked up a little bit, and I had really nowhere to go, so I got shoved down below the yellow, and a bit of congestion, and then next thing you know, we're in the fence upside down, so not good.
I have a question for Halo. Okay. Halo, you ended up finishing in 7th this race. How do you think that will carry over to the next race at Dover, I believe?
I don't know. It's a super speedway, and then it's a mile-long track, so probably no different. I'm pretty trash. You could definitely tell. I know a lot of people have some opinions about me that I'm bad, and I agree with that. But yeah, just gonna do terrible. That's it.
All right, thank you.
Anybody else have questions? Halo. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and ask a question. Alex, I'd like to ask you questions.
Yep.
Okay, so Chris was unable to make the race, and he had a sub he had Barry as a sub. Do you think because Barry was subbing for Chris, you couldn't work with him as much as you would if Chris was racing?
I'm definitely more comfortable driving with Chris. I've never driven with Barry before. That was the first time, so I would have preferred to have Chris here, but
Yeah,
not much
because we
we can do.
didn't see you up together much. And secondly, you and Rex, a lot of interaction, especially the RC with Rex had a lot of interaction going on there.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just really lost when it comes to him because I don't know what to do. Because, I mean, he just thinks he can do whatever he wants, and he acts that way, and he drives that way. So, it is what it is. I guess that's going to be the season. So.
Okay.
I'm gonna flash the point standings up to our viewers, and I guess the question goes out to really anyone that wants to answer it. I guess specifically, Halo, or I think I asked Alex this already during the broadcast. But anyone who's really close in close distance in the point standings, what did Terry going out of the second stage? Did that sort of like say, hey, we have a chance to really cut the deficit? And get some good points. Did that really change the way that you guys thought mentally throughout that race, or throughout that second stage? That's just a general question to anyone.
Well, for me personally, oh, go ahead, Terry.
So yes, I wrecked out. Very upset at. Yeah, not good. I'm probably not the points leader. So that's kind of nerve-wracking for me. But hey, it's a super speedway, so I'm sure everyone else that's not in first or is going for the points lead is probably very happy about that. But overall, not a good day for me. So, yeah.
Yeah. I had a horrible day at Las Vegas, and I'm pretty sure I lost ground to Terry there. And I'm pretty sure I'll maybe have the points lead by the end of the day today. I really would have preferred not to get it from him DNFing, to be honest, but
that's how a season goes.
I do hope that we can go to Dover and are not a not full throttle track, and I know he'll do better there. And I was thinking after his DNF, I wanted to get him some better points. So I actually told him let's swap around, and I was going to push him the rest of the race, but things didn't go plan, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what happens. Go ahead.
I have a question for Phil. So Phil, during the race, you were doing good, I believe. The whole race, you were like near the leaders or like top 3, I believe. How were you feeling during the closing laps with like the cautions and etc. like that? Did you have a feeling that you were gonna win, or that you were probably gonna
in the
like,
voice chat? I just wanted
just
to
get a
interject
decent
that.
finish.
If you guys have any questions here in the
I didn't
Twitch
plan
chat,
on winning
just,
this race.
feel
Honestly,
free,
I didn't think it was worth
feel free
the maneuver
to interject and ask a question. I'll move it through. That's all.
That's around the top without a single playoff point, and it's still the same to this dang race. I didn't get a playoff point this race, but I know it'll come. My chance will come, and I think it's more important to try to. There was a lot of times where I purposely like let off or just like no, I'm not shoving, and there was times I took that risk, and I try to make the race green as long as possible, because especially towards the end there when we had that one car, I was really disappointed with that caution. So I was hoping we'd had Josh get him a W because he really needs it.
Okay. Now I have another question, but it's for Alex. So Alex, so if I believe that you guys didn't have like, well, a good race today, do you think throughout the season that you're gonna do better, or like let's just say in other super speedway tracks, or like tracks like this that, well, which is just super speedways, that you're gonna do better?
well, unless we get more Chevys to attend or Fords to attend, you can pretty much forget about it, because Joe Gibbs and TRD would rather run it single file for 134 laps rather than push another manufacturer. So yeah, no.
I have a question for Phil. So Phil, did you feel like you had to work with JGR more to your teammates, getting penalties and getting involved in wrecks?
Bless you. Yeah, I mean, I purposely was not working with other manufacturers. I mean, it's my teammates. Super speedways, you work with your teammate, so that's just part of the racing.
All right.
For Halo, or it's not Halo, sorry, Sky. You were leading throughout that overtime period. Were you surprised that people hadn't tried to make a move at all, basically, in that thing? It was pretty much single file for the entire lap and a half or so.
I was a little bit surprised, but I knew my teammates weren't gonna just bail on me. I knew they were gonna at least make sure I got a top 5. As for the rest of the field, I didn't see what was going on. Like I had said earlier, I was just looking dead ahead, wasn't looking back slightly.
I have a question for Halo. So Halo, during the race, your team was mostly near the front. Like, let's just say, like Josh was, I believe, in top 5 sometimes.
Get on with the question.
Okay, sorry. How do you feel about like for the rest of the season? Do you think your team's gonna do good? Do you think all your teammates are gonna like get wins, or do you think it's gonna like be like decent?
I mean, we have momentum, but that's all that's driving us right now. Just momentum. That's it.
Okay.
If anyone else has any questions, feel free to.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Al's question. Do you think it's possible we can go back to all being in the same VC?
I think you can ask the CAO that question.
All right, CAO. Oh, CAO or CEO?
There ain't no CAO.
Oh, that's right. Anyways, dog.
I think, I mean, joint race comms has always been open to anyone to join. It's not like we're forcing people to stay in their team voice chats. If you really want to go there, you can, but we're not going to also force people to all be in joint race comms. It's optional.
I mean it more like with the officials, not necessarily us drivers together, but with the officials together, the drivers.
I don't know. I think maybe more of the officiate. I don't think it's miscommunication. I think it's more of just people, us missing stuff and not really paying attention sometimes or making dumb calls. It is a little hard to communicate, but we kind of persevere around it a little bit.
Okay, so 2 questions to whoever builds these tracks, or built the media room. A, can we get a bigger media room? And then B, why are we still at Las Vegas?
I didn't even realize the Las Vegas logos were still on there.
I was gonna comment.
I have a question. Are we about done with interviews?
We do have time traveling.
Also, I have one more question. One single question.
We'll
for
fix
any
that for you,
Toyota
nerds.
driver.
Thank you.
I have one question for any Toyota driver. Please be honest and open-ended with your answers. How do you
Forget
think
about it.
Chevrolets drove with you?
I think they drove all right. Yeah, I think they drove fine. Personally.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're shooting RPGs outside.
Also, if I may, I'd like to publicly apologize to Terry and Saul for the stage 2 incident. I take full responsibility for that and them not getting any chance at points there.
You know what?
That's why I asked, because it seemed like most of the Chevrolets had I mean, Phil did great today, but I think he was the only other person to not have any warnings. I just tend to notice that every other week, Toyotas seem to have the most warnings every week, so I just wanted.
Is that all the questions we got
Is
here?
that all we
We're
got?
good
Yeah.
to go here then.
Alright. Is you still streaming, Nerves?
Yeah. We can end it, right?
Oh, okay.
We can end it.
You guys sign it off. Yeah, I'll let you do that.
All right, so that'll do it here from Talladega. I'm just gonna dive here. That'll do it from Talladega. It was a bit of a hectic race. Sky takes home the win after everyone sort of crashed there. Thank God Xander's okay. I think that's the big takeaway from all this. We hope you enjoyed. For myself and for my commentary partner tonight, Seth, this has been Nerbs Joker giving you the pleasure of this one. Sky wins it from Talladega. We'll see you next week for Dover. Have a good night, everybody.
Let's look at what's going on here.
Oh no! Oh! Good, you're down.
Oh, the 99! Oh, they're spinning at the end here.
Look at just Sage and Dandar in the back.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Crashing! And he's monetized.
Oh!